Sounds Arcade. We're live. It's been a while. It's been, what, 6 weeks? But so much has been happening. I've been really busy in here, actually, as well as life stuff, but we don't want to get into that. We're going to play loads of games tonight. We're going to drink loads of beer. We're going to have lots of fun. And I've also got my good friend Ed. Do you want to come join us, mate? How you doing, buddy?
Good to see you, mate.
Good to be back.
Good to be back. Seeing all the changes. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we've got an echo.
We've got a ghost. Good to be back.
Let's turn that down.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's good. So a lot seems to have changed, but
in here?
I think so.
Yeah.
Well, it's a bit more open because you've got. We can't see it on there. We'll turn the camera around later, but you've cleared out a few older cabs, haven't you?
I've got a massive space there, guys. I've got space for 2 cabs there, but I've got actually Sky Skipper coming back from the museum, which I'll never sell. I can't sell that. There's so much history there with that game.
Well, you've got all that on the wall, look.
Yeah, all that on the wall.
You couldn't let that go, could
No,
you?
so that's coming back in here. Obviously, I've got a food fight. The board has been repaired.
Oh, has it? Yeah.
But as it's still not my cabinet,
Right.
I'm waiting for the owner to come over and put the board in because I don't want to fry it again if there's something wrong with the power supply or whatever.
And the control panel's all good now?
What, for food fight?
Yeah.
The control panel's cool. Well, I haven't played it yet. He's
I'm
loaned it to me.
It was Battle Zone, wasn't it? You had was it
Battle Zone?
Assault? What was the twin stick?
Oh,
game
that was
you
Atari
borrowed?
Assault. Yeah,
Atari
no,
Assault,
that's long gone.
Yeah, but that's what was in that place last time I was here.
It was.
I think.
So I've got space for Sky Skipper, and someone's actually said to me they would like to loan me a pinball.
It's very generous.
And I quite like the idea of just seeing how it would work in a room.
Yeah.
Because I've always liked the idea of a pin.
Yeah.
I do like certain pins, not many. I like Swords of Fury, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Old school, sounds like a Mega Drive game.
Yeah.
It's got all those sound effects, which is really cool. And it's got a Dungeons and Dragons theme, which I love.
Yeah.
But I can't get that at the moment. But my friends offered to loan me a Black Knight, which is a cool game as well.
Yes.
It is going to stick out in the room.
Yeah,
but I thought, I'll try it out, see what it's like, see what all the fuss is about pinball, and have it in here.
Yeah, I was sorry I didn't go to because you went to Pinfest.
I went to Pinfest.
And how did you find playing there?
Well, it's difficult to actually decide whether you actually like a game at those events because you can't hear the sound effects. It's so noisy. They're all turned up to 11, and you can't hear any of them. And a big part of a pinball is the sound effects, which draw you in, as well as the prompts, because a lot of pinballs prompt you what to do next on the table, and if you can't hear that, it's like, what the fuck am I doing? I don't know. I've got no idea.
I remember playing a pinball in the Chinese takeaway, and it was probably simpler as a game than the modern ones, but you could hear all the sound effects, and it guided you around what you needed to do next, because there wasn't any other ambient noise with it. Whereas I think sometimes, and I've been to some of the big US arcades where there's like a row of 20 and they're all making so much noise that it's hard to actually know what you're supposed to be doing unless you know the game very well. So. Yeah,
I think the pinball guys, I know a lot of my friends are into pinball. It's cool. It's not for me to have a row of pinballs. It's just not.
Yeah.
I'd like one.
Yeah.
Maybe rotate it.
Yeah.
That's cool. Or maybe I don't. I don't know. I just want to try it out in here and see if I like it. I know I will never have a row of pinballs because I'm not into it that much.
Yeah.
Because I've got no nostalgia for pinball.
No.
Never played it back in the day. And you know what? When I walk into a room with loads of vids, the vectors, the half mirrors, the fucking cool graphics on the side, that's what I get off on. I love that. It's so cool.
I'm the same as you. However, I would say that if you're on a long session, a break from the vids, for a bit of pinball for 10 minutes is quite a nice change of gear. But yeah, I agree with you. It's not that for me, I don't remember any of the games I played back in the day.
Yeah.
And I think
for family as well, if you've got kids, it's a little bit more enticing. They're a bit more tangible in the fact that you physically feel something happening.
Yeah.
And the kids have got no nostalgia for any of this stuff, so they're not going to get that buzz that I get.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to entice them in here a bit more. So pinball would be cool in that sense. Do you know what I
Just
mean?
to clarify, these are your children who are enticing them, not no one else's.
Well, I don't want to sit here on my own all the time. You know what I mean? This is my arcade stuff, and this is my hobby. But I do want other people to enjoy it as well. Do you know what I mean? Grab a beer. We're on the London Pride.
Start. No sponsorship there, so we're not going to.
Cheers,
mention
guys.
them.
Happy
cheers.
Halloween, by the way. We're not dressed up.
No.
Getting a little bit old for that now.
Well, yeah, I did nearly knock over a couple of trick-or-treats on the way down that dark alley. But,
Did you give me the old elbow?
yeah. Well, I managed to get this London Pride off them, actually. They were older kids. But just on the pinball, I think, you got to try these things. You put it in. If someone's kind enough to loan you one for a month or two, try it, see how you get on. If you enjoy it, then...
Yeah.
But I know what you mean. It's the sort of thing you probably play and you don't really go back to, you know?
Pinball?
Yeah, would you keep like the same game? Would you really want to have the same game for like 2 or 3 years?
I don't know. I've got my friend Mark who repairs all my arcade stuff. He's got a what is it called? It's a 1981 Centaur or Centaur.
Right. Yeah.
And he's done some mods on it. It's got all the synthesized speech.
Oh, right.
And it does look freaking cool. Really does. And he's had that because that's the one he remembers playing in the meal in Kingston in a pub. And he absolutely loves it. But, you know, that's his nostalgia for it. I don't have nostalgia for any pins.
Yeah. I saw one which is a video version where basically they're all video pins and you could change the different games and that. But for me, there's nothing tangible. There was no actual ball. And I think that's,
Right, just want to read out who's in the chat.
Yeah.
So, guys, thanks for joining us tonight. We got Sir Jimmy Drivel, whatever that is. Baz White, where's this arcade located? England, my friend. Sean Farragon, welcome to the house, mate. Rob, can't wait for the arcade to open. Paul Buller, evening, mate. Strokers, U-Star Gamer Alex, nice to see ya. Saskia 6750. Speedbird. Hi Nigel from Iceland.
wow.
Near WH Smith.
Oh. Maybe picking up those early Christmas prawns.
Al's Arcade. Tetley, how you doing, man? I knew you'd approve of that, Alex. Evening, lads. Retro Russ is organising a Kong-off meet.
Oh, yes. I've listened to that on a recent podcast. Sounds, next year, isn't it?
Next year. I can't remember the date, but it is at the Arcade Club.
Yes.
It's not just for people that are experts at the game.
Yeah.
It's just if you love Donkey Kong, it's a great opportunity to come up to the Arcade Club and get some tips how to play if you're not that good. But if you're good, then it's a good chance for you to test your skills against all the other good players.
Do you know what I liked about the idea of that, if I may say, is that it's like the old days of the arcade where everyone would stand around a machine and watch someone that was a master of it, and you'd learn from that person, wouldn't you?
Eric, 82, 84, I've had a few pinball machines for years. I never got bored. I love arcade more, though.
Yeah.
Paul, LOL, got a new motor. It's a joke. Do you remember Alexi Sale had a hit single with Hello John, got a new motor? Yeah. I don't know if you ever heard the B-side to it.
No.
It's quite explicit.
Oh, is it?
Like every other word. It's hilarious.
I remember the B-side of the Chicken song, but I think that's a different...
we've got 39 in the house. Thanks for joining us tonight, guys.
Cool.
We're just going to have a laugh, have some beers, play some games, get all nostalgic about the good old days. The good old days. Where did you grow up, Ed? I don't think I've ever asked you that.
Bristol, actually.
Bristol?
Yeah.
Was there any arcades in Bristol?
There was some good ones.
Yeah?
There was some big, ones in the town centre that were... big layout, lots of games, and it had a lot of dedicated cabs. And then there were some smaller ones which were more the sort of smoky, slightly dubious dens of iniquity on the sort of side streets in the suburbs. But for me, Western Supermare was the excitement because you had the pier.
You've been there recently.
Well,
that's a shithole.
Absolutely, it's not quite up to the Blackbird standards, but Yeah, it's sad because you see all those Mr. B's, Golden Nugget, all those places, as
Yeah.
well as the pier, that there's so much nostalgia for, and
Yeah.
that was the exciting thing. And also they had the
Do you remember a specific game that you remember as a kid, like that just blew you away?
I think
How old are you? You're what, 50? I'm thinking you're the same age as me. Is that a compliment?
no. 52 I am, although I
52?
don't tell anyone about
Oh,
that. So
okay.
it's between you, me, and the 39 others on the street. No, I think that I think games that wowed me over the years. I remember Ridge Racer Full Scale, seeing that.
Right,
and,
yeah, but that's quite a
that's
late
quite
one.
modern.
Yeah.
And then I think that for me, the games like Iron Horse, I always remember that because it had a very sort of distinctive soundtrack. Always loved drivers, so I loved Super Sprint.
Yeah.
You know, the 3-player Super Sprint. Always enjoyed that. What was it? Iron Man Stewart, the off-road version
You
of
like
that
the,
as
you
well.
like the driving games, then?
I like the drivers because I
Yeah.
was better at them than I was the shoot 'em ups. You know,
Yeah.
to be honest. And then, I think for me the classics are the ones I have most nostalgia for. The ones I played that I was all right at playing, like Galaxian and Gallagher. I was never good. Tempest and Robotron. I just never found those games that easy. Centipede that you've got there, love that.
Well, they're not easy games.
They're
not easy games.
Yeah, that's well.
But yeah, I like that. I like harder games. Seems to get more longevity out of them.
But I think the excitement was that it was just such a step up from what we could enjoy at home. People had those binatone tennis,
Yeah.
games, which was a paddle, and that was really it. And we didn't have a console until we had the Master System, and we had a Spectrum before that. But those games were a long way off the arcade, so there was a massive excitement of going to the arcade, and just seeing all the different. And it was a sensory.
Well, it was the
overload.
place to see the latest game, wasn't it?
Absolutely, yeah.
If you wanted to see the latest tech, the latest new game, you had to get down the arcade.
But also to watch people that were good at playing them, like I just said.
Yeah.
That, I think, is missing sometimes when you go to an arcade. You pay a set fee to go in, and everyone goes crazy. Like we've got one in Newbury where I live, and it's like you pay for an hour and a half, and everyone's just running around playing their own games.
Yeah.
No one watches anyone, and no one really plays together anymore, like two players, which I think is a bit of a lost opportunity.
Yeah.
That's my.
So we'll
memory.
hopefully bring some of that nostalgia back tonight.
Yes. Any nostalgia for Halloween? Any
Not
memorable
really.
Halloween nights?
Well, more Guy Fawkes night. So
Oh yeah.
for us growing up as kids, we had bonfire night, Guy Fawkes night, and we did make a Guy Fawkes.
Yeah.
Or if we didn't make a Guy Fawkes, I would dress up as one. So I had two mates that I used to hang out with. We used to go to the graveyard and take snippets of holly and bunches of holly and go around and sell holly at the doorstep just to make some money.
Not
But also,
heather.
I would sit behind the wall with my head down like that, and my mates would go up to the door, knock on the door, penny for the guy, and I'd be sitting behind the wall pretending I was a guy, like a dummy. They'd get the money, and I'd jump up and fuck off.
Good money spinner that.
We earned quite a lot there. We didn't have to make a guy then.
No, a bit hot.
As long as you looked a bit half dead behind the bush.
A bit hot on the bonfire, though, wasn't it? Or did you never get that?
I never didn't get that far, no.
So what else?
But
is new?
Halloween, we didn't have Halloween when we were kids. People think it's an American thing. It's not. It's a pagan thing. It's a Scottish thing.
You've been
but the Americans have
today,
taken
haven't
it.
you? Looking for a few pagan sites
I
today.
have a few ghosts. Yeah.
Yeah. No, but I think the Americanisation was all the plastic crap and the sweets and
It's
and,
all the big fucking commercial
But
bullshit. Anyhow.
when I was a kid, we weren't allowed out. There was all that razor blades in apple, toffee apples, and all that sort of thing to scare us off. So I think more people go out and do it now.
We've got Sega Zombie in the house. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Thanks for joining us tonight. We've got 43 in the house, dude. Space Invaders scared me, Scott says, when he was little. What, the thump?
Yeah, the thump, I think, was...
it was the granddaddy, wasn't it?
It was a bit like the Jaws,
Yeah, it was. We've got the heart. I think they deliberately designed that game, sort of the same heart as...
Slow.
Pace as the heartbeat.
It could be. Is that a fact? Or
I think it is a fact. Yeah. Speedbird says, my mother is Spanish, so I didn't have the same laws as UK, so I was in bars at a very early age with parents, and every had an arcade machine.
everyone had an arcade?
Yeah.
Did they? I never thought the arcades were that big in Spain, but
Spain was quite big. The Spectrum sold well out in Spain, didn't it? I
but
don't know
were there
about
arcades?
arcades.
I know there was a lot in Italy, but I think that was more for the.
Someone else says here. Eric says arcades were everywhere in Spain.
Oh, okay.
So, Retro Russ says Ghosts and Goblins will need a run out tonight. Obviously.
Well, it's all set up.
So can you see what we've been up to? What I've been up to? Because Ed's not been up to anything in here. I've been sorting out Rescue. I've put a new control panel on it, put new side art on it. I've got a new TV. Have you noticed that, Ed?
I did notice that. Yeah.
A new B&O.
You've had it a while. It's just not been set up, right? Or is it a new edition?
No, it is a new edition. I can't remember where I got it from now.
They
Where did I
go
get
for-
it from?
They're highly sought after, aren't they? Because they're seen as a very flat screen and perfect for retro gaming. But only that particular series. I think there are others.
There are different models
get a
of that
flicker on
series, though.
Yeah, oh, are there? That's
So
the
yeah,
4000,
that
isn't it?
it
Is it the
is.
4000?
And then you've
Yeah.
got the 42,000,
Yes, yeah,
which is supposed to be even better. But my friend Paul Buller,
yeah.
he's got one of these devices where he can link his console up to 4 tellies at a time.
Oh God.
So, and he wanted to test out what the best picture was between a Sony Triniton,
Yeah,
a B&O,
yeah.
I can't remember. What was the other one, Paul?
Grundig, a well-known make.
A Bush.
Bush. Well, we'll come on to the Bush later. We'll talk about that later.
But he said there wasn't a lot in it.
Was there
And
not?
then there's a lot of variables in it as well.
Yeah.
So you could say, okay, the B&O 42,000 better picture, but you can have one against the other that's got really dodgy caps in it and needs recapping.
Yeah.
So it is quite difficult to tell which is the best. But to be honest with you, there's not a lot in it.
I think it's just a great-looking TV as well.
Well,
Even though it's 20 years old now or more. It stands up well as still very modern. I mean, they were a fortune when they were new, weren't they? The B&O, they were like
Well, the Rolls Royce of tellies back then.
twice or three times the price of the Trinitron.
Yeah, you had to be a millionaire really, or have a bit of dosh.
Del Boy.
Bit of a Del Boy to, or who's
Yeah.
the other guy? Marlene's husband.
Boise.
Boise. Boise would be banging out the bushes, wouldn't he? But he'd have a B&O at home.
But we've got something to play on that later. We'll get a bit closer to for the viewers to see that.
But yeah, I'm pleased with that telly.
What else have you put in over this side?
Well, I've had a bit of a change around here. So I've got Space Firebirds all working. The cocktail.
Yeah, I'd
that's
like
all
to have a go on
working.
that later. Seem to have a lot more vinyl as well. Have you
I've been buying a lot of vinyl.
been to that shop in Wantage again?
I have. I'm always in that shop. I've been buying a little grunge, so I brought Alison Chain's Dirt.
Nice, yeah.
I brought That's a fucking awesome album.
Yeah.
Oh my god, what a poet!
Great.
Scott Weiland.
Great
What
cover.
a poet.
Yeah.
He's up there with Jim Morrison for me. His lyrics are
Really.
fucking
Yeah.
top. I think I've shown that one. That's Pearl Jam's one. I got that a while back. But yeah, those are my latest ones. Alison Chains and Stone Temple Pilots. Two great albums. Really, really cool.
That's nice. Nice building up. It's getting
Yeah, I love it.
slowly,
I
aren't
love
you?
it. Yeah, it's nice to play a bit of vinyl in here.
And you've moved a few PCBs on recently. I've seen.
Yeah, so I've just got that little rack down there. I don't know if you can see it, guys, but I've just got, 20 PCBs?
Yeah.
And even that, I think, sometimes is too much, but it's fine. I'll keep that amount. But the Neo Geo, that's where it's been at. And I have been buying a lot of Neo Geo.
You're up to almost 2 shelves now. I think it was only one
I have
shelf
got a lot
last
more
time.
on the way, mate.
Have you?
I've got a lot more on the
Well, we'll
way.
come back to the Neo Geo, shall we?
I'm
we're
really
gonna
enjoying the
play.
Neo Geo at the moment. I didn't realise, my mate Vic always said, there's too many fighters on it. But, look at that shelf there. There's maybe one fighter on there?
But I think because the fighters had sequels, didn't they? There was King of the Fighters every year or other year. There was a new one.
There is a lot on it, but there's still a load of other games on it.
And there were a lot of Metal Slugs, but there were a lot of other games and variety. There was sports stuff. It's
good
quite
sports
a
games.
good party machine, isn't it? Good
I
social.
think so, yeah.
You know, there's a lot of games.
There's a few duds on it. I mean, King of Monsters doesn't hold up that well, I
Doesn't
don't
it?
think, these days. Not really. But the puzzle games are great. There's some great platform games on it.
And
Yeah.
what about those conversions? Last time I was here, you had Golden Axe, which is
And
running
Shinobi.
and Shinobi, yeah.
Yeah, and there's more.
There's more.
There's more
released
coming.
now.
There's a
Really?
double dragon.
Your favourite, that?
No, but it's not. No, but there was a different version, an updated version
is
of
there?
it, which is a lot better, like
That's
a modern
interesting.
16.
But there was a double dragon because I've just seen it. The original.
Yeah, that's a
but that was
fight.
the-
That's a fighter.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're up to 53 in the house. Welcome, guys. Who else we got in here? Lee might be coming to Time Warp. Yeah, let's just mention Time Warp.
yeah.
So there is a UK VAC meet on the 15th of November at the Time Warp Arcade in Somerset,
Bridgewater, isn't it?
Bridgewater.
Yeah. In
I'll be
Somerset,
there.
yeah.
You'll be there.
I'm going to be there. Yeah.
And we're just going to have a laugh. We're going to drink loads of beer, play loads of games, and just meet everybody. It's going to be a lot of chatting. It's going to be a good crack.
It's a good, you know, for those that haven't been there, it's a nice, it's a nice setup. It's different to Arcade Club. It's probably not quite as big, and it's probably not as many floors and perhaps as polished. But Stuart's done a great job down there, and there's some really unusual games as well as the expected ones. So yeah, it should be really good.
It will be good. The Time Warp Arcade, actually, I love the Arcade Club. I mean, that is the kind of sort of epicenter of the arcade, really, in it, of the country.
It's miles for us.
It's well, yeah, it's 3 hours, isn't it?
Yeah, at least.
But the Time Warp's got a bit of more of an old English feel about it. Arcade Club's got everything, but it's got a lot of games in there that you would never have seen here in England back in the day, because he's imported a lot. Like, we never saw Food Fight back in the day.
No.
Even though how much I love that game, and the cabinet is absolutely gorgeous. You never saw it here in the UK, not as far as I know. But that's what I like about the Arcade Club. He's got stuff that you never saw here. Whereas Time Warp is a bit more Old English.
Yeah.
It's got a little bit more character about it.
Well, it's more nostalgia because it's the games and the layout you remember.
Yeah.
Because like at Arcade Club, there's that entire room of Japanese candy cabs, isn't there? Of course, you never saw any of those back in the day. So
Yeah.
I agree. Time Warp's a bit more.
Tetley asked what hotel we're staying at. Did you book the Mercure?
The one that was like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
walk away.
There's a hotel. I think it's the Mercure, Lee. It's about 2 minutes walk. So that's one you want to get. If you're going to have a drink, that's the one you want to get into.
And it's not a location you'd necessarily want to be wandering the streets. Not casting any negatives on Bridgewater.
We've got Ed Horse, Well Legends, Happy Halloween. Hope you carved your turnips. Addy Sneaker Freak, 2 minutes stagger. Well, welcome, guys. Welcome.
And I think
It's good to be back.
It's £15, isn't it? Is it £15? That includes food, so it's good, very good value.
It's 15 quid.
Yeah.
Free plough and everything. He's got 2 floors. So upstairs is all console. He's got massive console set up. Downstairs is all arcades. He's got some really big driving games. I think he's got that prop cycle arcade game where you have to pedal. Yeah. And the faster you pedal, the further you go up in the air.
There's also a weird fighting one which has got actual pads that flip out that you actually punch and then they flip back. That's exhausting. If anyone fancies a workout,
I know the one you
I can't remember.
Yeah.
I think it might be a Konami game. I can't
remember.
Yeah,
I know the punching
what it's
game.
called. Yeah, but it's got these pads. Incredible.
Yeah.
I've never seen that before. So yeah.
Yeah, he's going to do food. Nothing special. But you know, it's all you need for the night, and it just
absolutely
hold you over. Yeah, so it's going to be a good night. I'm really looking forward to it. I should be there for probably 1 o'clock onwards, 12 o'clock onwards.
Yeah, and it's in 2 weeks' time. It's not this Saturday. It's the Saturday after, isn't it? So it's not long to go.
I think
now.
so. Yeah,
15th,
2 or 3 weeks. Yeah.
15th, I think.
15th.
Yeah.
Is that 2 weeks away?
Yeah.
Jeez, that's not long, is it?
No.
We've got Johnny Retcher in the house. Nice to see you, Johnny, in the house. Hi, Alex. Hope you're well, mate. You done any man caves looking around people's caves, game room tours. No, I haven't because I haven't been. I should have got off my arse and done that. I could do.
We did
There's
one, didn't we? The one with the collection with all the fruit machines, the golf simulator.
Yeah,
all
we
of
did
that.
that one. Me and Ed did that one when we went
With
down
Ollie.
south with Ollie. That was
Yeah.
good.
That was interesting. Yeah.
I guess I will do one of the Time Warp Arcade when I'm up there in 2 weeks' time. So I'll do a game room tour of that, 100%. That's going to be fun. And getting everyone on camera. So if you're going to come down, we'll get you on the video as well, which would be cool.
Nice.
Yeah,
Just
there's a
waiting for the
few people.
invites,
Actually,
aren't you?
there's Pete on a retro tip. I don't know if you know him, guys. He's got a really cool YouTube channel. I did go round to see him, and I was gonna do a tour of his place when I was there, but I just didn't have enough time. But I plan to go back. So there's options, you know. There's another mate of mine, Cinny Steve. I know he's moving soon. I know I can't wait to get in and see his collection and video that. Yeah, I've just got to get my arse. I've just had a lot to deal with in the last month, and I've just been busy with all of that. But hopefully now I'll get back into the swing of making more videos and getting more content, which is the whole purpose of doing this live tonight, is to
Get going, kick it off again.
kick it off again.
But always up for if anyone wants to invite you to have a look at a collection.
Yeah, definitely.
Always interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, like, you know, never know what people have got hidden away there.
No, where's my glass? Right, so what should we do then? Should we play some games tonight?
What should we start with? The Satan's Hollow?
Yeah, so we're going to play a bit of old school and move through the ages right up to modern, maybe some Switch games as well.
Yeah.
Bit of NES, bit of SNES, bit of Vectrex. Got a game we can play on the Vectrex,
Yeah,
which would be cool.
Yeah,
for
liked your
Halloween.
video on that. That was really all those different controllers. Yeah, it's something I never had as a kid, but I remember seeing it and thinking, "Wow,
Okay.
that's cool." So there, that'd be good to have a look
So
at.
that'd be good. So should we start with Satan's Hollow?
Yeah.
Right. Let's move you up in the air. How does it feel to be that high up? Right, we're going to move you around here. These are the games room, guys.
Should I turn that light off?
We've got a new game actually on here we can be playing, which is a little bit Halloween. It's got orcs and goblins and stuff in it. Tempest, I'm having the new spinner sorted out at the moment because that was buzzing. Love that game.
Yeah,
Such a cool game. And I've got some big changes actually that I'm making in here. I won't go into too much detail, but you can see this space here. So Sky Skipper's going to come back. That's going to go in there. Then I've got space here for maybe a pinball. All this down here, that is basically the metal casing for Space Firebird, which is my next project, which I'll get onto. But Rescue, look at this. How awesome is that? Look at that control panel. So cool. So this is a prototype Stern Rescue. It had a prototype control panel, but you know, it didn't look that great. The button was in the wrong place. So I got a guy to scan his version, which was in America. It took about 3 years to get here, but it's finally here and looks absolutely awesome. And I've also added
And the side art looks great.
the side art as well. So that was just plain white before, and now it's got side art on it. It had the other side is original side art, but this is repro on this side. And I just thought if it's on the end here, I want to have some side art. So I
What did he
put
do?
that on there.
He scanned it and then just flipped it, did he, to go on
There's
the other
only
side?
about 3 known cabs of this game.
Yeah.
There's one at Fun Spot in America.
Yeah.
There's one in Europe. I think there's one in maybe 4. And this is the prototype one. This is the actual cabinet that the guy who designed the game worked on.
Right.
Which is mad when you think about it.
Cool. Yeah, it's a great game as well.
It is a great game.
We could start with that if you want to do a little one.
Yeah,
of that,
we
as
could
you've
start
just
with
been
that.
talking
Yeah,
about
why
it,
not? Why not? So I'll let Ed take control of the camera. Let's get the legs sorted out, guys. Still not.
No, hang on, you've got that.
Oh, it's that one, isn't it? Yeah. Is that it?
Was
That's
that
it, mate. You take control. Might want to go a bit higher. You might even want to go free fall.
Free fall?
Free fall? How many beers have I had? free, what's the word
Free
then?
for all.
Free for all?
Right, they've got the comments coming in, thick and fast.
Okay, let's have a look at the comments.
Right.
Let's just check who's in the house. Anyone else? Al, when you get in Tempest tubes, Tempest hacked for all new levels.
Never heard
Yeah,
of
I did. You know what? I did look at that. There is a board you can get. There's a guy, Jason, who makes these FPGA boards for Tempest, so you can play Tempest tubes.
Okay.
I have thought about it, mate. David says, love that rescue. Wow, cool. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, this is Rescue. This is a game that I played in my local arcade in Twickenham, and I absolutely loved this game. It was so cool, and I had forgotten about it for years, and I couldn't remember what it was called. I remember meeting up with my mate Vic and seeing his arcade for the first time. And I kept telling him about this game I used to play when I was a kid with a helicopter rescuing people, and he said, oh, it sounds like Choplifter. I was like, no, it's not Choplifter, it's definitely not that. No one could remember it. Anyway, he then said, well, let's go on MAME and have a look. And then we found it on MAME. I'd never heard of MAME. This was like 20 years ago, and we found it. I was like, oh my God, I put so much money into this game back in the day. It's so cool.
Addy Sneaker Freak has just said, hey, lover.
Hey, lover.
Don't know if that's someone mixing you up with your other channel, are they?
Right, here we go. So, basic game mechanics of this is basically
Around the other side, but
you've got to rescue these guys that are falling out of the sky here without falling into the sea, because you can. If you go too far down, you'll fall into the sea. It's a twin stick shooter, so I've got the left stick to move the helicopter, the right to shoot. And once you've shot them, you can then go down and rescue the little guy out of the sea. And then once you've collected, I've just got shot, but once you've rescued the amount here, you can then land. So I'll do it now without talking. But this is like a very early example of parallax scrolling. Can you see the way that it's scrolling? It's super cool.
and it's smooth as well, isn't
Very
it?
smooth. I get more points for rescuing when I'm getting shot at. So if I rescue him now, it say, look, rescued under fire. So at the end of the level, I will get a bonus of 1,000 points. So it's got that perfect risk-reward element. So you want to pick them up when you're getting shot at, but without getting shot, if you know what I mean. Yeah, it says rescue under fire. Now it says land on island. And then it will give me my bonus for rescuing them under fire. Look, you rescued 2 men under fire, bonus 2,000. So that's your risk-reward element.
Yeah.
That's where you're going to get your bonuses. Now I've got a shark to deal with. He's going to be tracking down my little men and eating them. And what I love about this game is actually blood in this, which is super cool. You can actually chop them up as they're coming out of the sky, which is I thought was quite funny when I was a kid. So I've got one more to rescue. Get rid of the shark before he gets my man. And then we land. Oh, I got shot.
Did it ever see a home port, this game?
No, it is now on the Evercade. So Atari just recently brought all the rights of all the Stern games.
Right.
You know the new company Atari? They brought all the rights to like Berserk, Tasmania, Frenzy, Rescue. So you can actually play this game on the Evercade.
Nice.
But obviously it's not a twin stick. But you've got the D-pad and the buttons there. It's not going to play the
If you've
same.
never played it though,
Yeah, if you've never played
got no
it,
comparison to make.
not really.
I mean, it plays very naturally on the twin sticks. Like
Yeah,
that, but
and if you play it on main,
Yeah.
it's not a very good emulate ROM dump of it
oh, okay,
because the bullets are really small,
right.
and a lot of people complain that they can't see the bullets. So I don't know what version was dumped into main, but it hasn't.
Were there different versions of it? Then there must have been too.
Well, there
or was
might
it
have
just
been
badly
bootlegs
done?
of it. I've got a bootleg of it,
Yeah.
which is probably what I played as a kid, the bootleg version. It wasn't on a cabinet like this. So now we've got the nighttime level. And then I just want to get you to the bonus level and then we'll move on to the next game. Now we've got submarines, so that's when you use your bomb. We've got a bomb. So there's lots of things to deal with now. So my little man's just got eaten by the shark. Let's get him out to sea. So we've got 2 more to get. Got the submarine. Ah, and I got hit. So now I've got to start again. So I've still got to rescue 3 guys. But that's okay, we'll do it. Got him. Ah! The tip is really to, if you keep knocking them out of the sky, they just keep regenerating. So what you want to do is keep 1 in the sky. So you've just always got 1 to deal with. But that's well and good saying that. It's quite difficult to do. One more to get.
Just gonna have a quick look at the comments while you're playing.
Yeah.
Just catch up.
So last one. So I've got land on the island. Now we've got the bonus level. Such a cool game. I love it. So now I've got to rescue 10 as well, as many men as I can.
David H saying absolutely love that rescue.
There you go.
Game
You
looks
rescued
amazing.
4 men. So I've got a bonus there, and then we've now got speedboats, sharks, and submarines, and 3 helicopters to deal with. It ramps it up. But my top score on this, funny enough, is about 190,000. So I'm pretty good at it. It's just such a cool game. And I love the theme as well. Sharks, helicopters, parachutists.
It's got different gameplay mechanics, borrowed sort of, you know, there's some nods to Choplifter,
bit
Defender.
of Choplifter. Yeah, it's a bit like, yeah, exactly that. You hit the nail on the head there, Ed. It feels like Defender and a little bit like Choplifter. Now, do you have any memories of this game, guys? Or was Choplifter the game you played?
I remember Choplifter.
Choplifter's a good game. Actually, the SNES version's pretty good as well.
Yeah,
I don't know if you've played that.
I probably played that the most.
But there we go. We've got a rank of corporal. And
Corporal.
get to put my name in.
Right, let's go back to the comments. Corporal punishment. Let's see what.
There we go.
Speedbird. How cool. Wow, cool. Sorry. Do you recommend it? Beans on toast. Looking forward to the games. Elliot Cole. No chance of babies. Not sure.
Choplifter was cool, yeah.
Got some German.
Did you play that, Scott? Choplifter? Played the SNES version, it's really good.
The Hobby Lodge saying hi.
Hobby Lodge Martin.
Bowling for Tech. Evening, lads. Me and the missus sitting watching you. Your place is a blueprint for what I want to create. I assume he means that in the arcade rather than you and me drinking beer. Have an amazing evening. No, we will. No, it's an inspiration. Hopefully it conveys that on the camera. Raz Tendo, remember the Time Pilot meetup at AC Bury? Cool to meet you. And he's just giving a bit
I remember Raz, blimey, that's a A blast from the past. How you doing, Raz? I think he's from Sweden. Hey,
Yes.
Humordu.
Yes.
Bratak.
And of course, you spent a bit of time in
I
Sweden.
lived in Sweden for about
DJ
6
for
years.
7 years, weren't you? Before the
Not,
Swedish
I
House
wasn't a
Mafia.
DJ. Is that your beer on the floor?
No, I've finished mine,
I
thank you.
think I've been drinking yours.
Elliot, the parallax in the game is amazing, yeah. He's commented on the parallax scrolling and now he's gone off for some fried chicken. I'll see you later then. That's good. Parallax scrolling gives the game some view depth. No, that is true actually. It does give it keeps it quite dynamic versus, where there's nothing going on. Shoplifter was cool, yeah. A lot of people saying they played Shoplifter. Shoplifter on the Sega Master System is a great port.
Right, I haven't played that.
I don't think I ever played it on the Master System. I played it on the Super Nintendo. I do remember playing it a lot.
I've got an EverDrive for the Sega Mega Drive, which is currently under repair. My friend Mark's fixed it.
Is that the one I gave you?
I thought it was the lead.
What?
No, I've got a Japanese Mega Drive, but the lead, you only had to move it slightly. I'd lose the picture or the colours. And he's had to put a new module in the back.
Oh, right. Yeah,
but I do have all the Master System games on that, which I should fire up one of these days. But I've got no nostalgia for it.
What, the Master System?
No, I don't even remember the NES from back in the day.
I remember I had Golden Axe, which we played to death, my brother and I, and R-Type. Those are the two that I don't remember getting loads of games, but I remember playing those a lot. Ed Horse side art looks great. Yeah, that's true. It does. It's Mr. Ropper just bought an original Outrun Cabaret. Had the CRT serviced, but any other tips for maintenance? Well, I mean, if it looks good, I'd say don't mess around with it too much. But usually UK VAC's a good source, isn't it, for any questions like that? Very helpful. Raz Tender is enjoying hearing you speak some Swedish, Alex. So that's, is your electricity bill in the clouds? Johnny Retro's asking.
Johnny Retro, what's he say?
He says, "Is your electricity bill in the clouds?"
To be honest with you, I don't normally turn everything on. If I'm down here on my own, and I'm going to do a video on that actually. What's it like in Al's Arcade? What do I do when I'm down here? Well, normally I only turn maybe whatever game I'm playing. I don't turn them all on just for myself because electricity, it's just crazy, isn't it?
But it helps since you've tapped into the neighbours' feed.
It does, yeah. I did
that
a
saved a
bomb
few
there.
pennies, hasn't it? That's been worth doing. Aren't they heavy on the electricity? I mean, I always thought they weren't as heavy as you think because the screens, when you think compared to a modern TV, which has got a huge, great screen, burning a lot of electricity, they're not. There's a real sort of boom when they kick up, a lot of voltage when they start.
But once they're on, you're right. Yeah.
I think these cabarets would probably be a couple of 100 watts each, something like that. I don't know.
So we're going to play a game now, Ed.
Any Double Dragon? Right, I think we're up to date. Any 3-player Rampage?
I thought we'd play a bit of Cross Swords.
Yes.
Because this is a game. Do you want to just take control of the camera a minute, mate? Yeah. This is a game that I picked up fairly recently. For the Neo Geo MVS, Z-Blade as well. That's a great shooter. So give a quick blast of that. It doesn't have to be all bloody monster games, doesn't it? Just because it's Halloween. This is a great shooter on the Neo Geo. It's so cool. Let's play a bit of this.
If everyone starts leaving because there's not enough pumpkins or ghosts, we will move on.
I think that my audience is old enough to get past that, don't you? So yeah, let's just turn the light down a little bit so you can get a better...
Turn the lights down and let's cross swords. Yeah, it's...
Nice. There we go, that's better.
It's a bit...
Sorry, this is
like
Z...
Area 88.
This is Z-Blade. Homing and away. Just a really different shooter that I was quite surprised to see on the Neo Geo. Oh, wasn't a good start. It's cool graphics, a bit different. The way the enemies turn up on the screen.
Dell's Arcade saying, "Hey Alex."
Hey Dell.
fast, this, isn't it?
It is fast. There's a little bit of drift on my joystick, which I need to adjust. It's kind of drifting down a little bit.
Oh, right.
Not much, just a little bit sticky.
You may, regular viewers may identify that as an early excuse for the Turf Masters 3 holes we'll be doing to finish the evening off, as always. Just getting the excuses in early.
How many of you guys have played this? Z Blade for the Neo Geo?
I don't remember this.
This is a new pickup, and I absolutely love it. It's got that sort of 90s sort of...
Reminds me of UN
house
Squadron.
music.
Yeah, it's got that. Yes, it's got some quite fast,
It looks gorgeous.
fast-paced
Yeah.
rave soundtrack, hasn't it? Unusual.
Got a few bombs. I missed that one. There, I've got it. And that one. Nice power-ups. Gorgeous graphics. Music reminds me of Prodigy, early Prodigy. It is Prodigy, isn't it?
It's early 90s
Yeah.
rave, isn't it?
It's toughie. Come on, maxed out on the bombs.
What's that green? What are the green letters then? Is that the bombs?
That's the bombs there.
Oh, okay.
I think I've got an under-level boss just coming up now. Oh, I got hit. Didn't see that. What? I'm dead. Oh my god.
Finished. 43,000.
Is
It's
that
quite unusual music for it's very Prodigy,
yeah,
isn't it?
It's
You're
very
right.
Prodigy. It's a bit like Viewpoint, if you play Viewpoint. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's a cool horizontal shooter that I never heard of until I picked it up. Cool game. Right, now we're going to play some cross swords. There's my top score there. I've got to stage 3 before, look.
Wow.
It does hold the scores, which I love. So we're going to pick...
Thank you, Johnny Retro, giving some compliments out there. So we're not quite up to John's Arcade, but we're a good substitute. So that's nice to hear.
Is that what he said? Good old John's Arcade. Right, cross swords.
Just 2-player or...
Alpha Denshi, 1991. This must be an early game. Alpha Denshi. Great company, made some fantastic games. So this is like a Dungeons and Dragons kind of dungeon crawler, if you like. Third person perspective.
Oh, yeah.
And do you know what it plays like, Ed? It plays like, I think, Punch Out.
Oh, yeah.
Super Punch Out or Punch Out on the NES.
It's got the wireframe.
Yeah, but it's the same game mechanic.
Really? It's interesting.
I'm not very good at it.
I mean, it's not. You don't look at the graphics and think of Punch Out immediately, but
You don't. But it plays
it's
just
reminiscent
like
of
that.
that.
You've got to dodge
Right.
at the right moment,
Yeah, yeah.
and attack at the right moment, and work out their attack patterns. It's not all button bashing. So, if I push up on the joystick, I hold my shield up. If I push down, you hold it down and block. But you've got to work out, obviously, what he's going to do.
Yeah. Is it random or is it one you can learn the patterns on?
You've got to learn the patterns, learn
Yeah.
each enemy. So I've
Right.
defeated them. There's my health bar at the bottom left-hand corner.
Yeah.
I do have magic as well. I think with the early enemies, you just button bash. You can quite easily just kill them just by pressing the buttons. But
Yeah,
as
they're
you
not-
get further and further into game, you can't do that.
they're
So I
not
blocked that.
starting-
You see me block that?
Yeah.
Oh, see, you swiped my stomach. I blocked the top one, but I missed. Killed him.
You've got a shield to block.
Shield to block. I've got magic there. It's represented with the 10, number 10.
And can you parry them back with the shield, or does that literally
Just
just block?
block them.
Right. Okay.
Done him. So I've got him before he can even attack me, which is good. and you're picking up gold, so there's a bit of an RPG element here as well.
Yeah.
But I'm on really low health now, and I'm dead. No,
Got him.
we're still there, but oh God, I've got the tiniest bit of health. Got a little bit back. You can now make okay. So he's basically saying I can do a special attack now by pressing 2 buttons at once, but I lose a bit of my health.
Yeah.
I've literally got no health left. I've done a bit of magic there, got 8 magic left.
And there's no way to recoup the health.
Ah, see, now I'm dead. But we're going to continue.
Yeah. So
I don't like continuing, but I'm going to, for this game, just to show you this boss here.
oh, wow.
Oh my God. So I'm just going to do a load of magic, use up all my magic. You've got to spend a bit of time in this game just to work out their moves, but he's dead. So we finished that area of the game.
And you've recouped some energy, look.
Yeah, what do you think?
I think it's good, yeah.
You alright?
The backgrounds are a bit
Bland?
yeah, they've put all the work into the characters, haven't they, the enemies. But it's quite different.
If I'd seen
from what
this back in the arcade, I would have loved this.
Well, I think you like that Dungeons and Dragons
I
sort
do.
of theme, don't you? You've got
So now we can go to the merchant. Let's call the merchant. Here he is. So now I can buy some meat, a mist sword, a thunder sword, 900 gold pieces. I've only got 810. So I'm going to go with a mist sword. We've got that. I've got 310 gold, so I'm going to buy some meat, get my health up, and now I'm maxed out. So now we just want to exit. But what we want to go for is that axe.
Oh, I see.
Oh my God.
I think the skill is getting the timing
Can
on
you
the
see what I mean
on the
though? It's like Punch Out.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he did everything.
I don't know if
I've
people,
got that one.
I don't know if people can see it on the camera, but each of these enemies is a slightly different speed that they attack you, so you can't just hammer the shield, can you?
Got him.
And hope that that's gonna.
Oh my God, it's an elf guy. I did a special attack on him with my.
So he's a lot slower,
Oh, I'm dead. I'm out.
but more
Well, there you go.
heavy hitting. Nice, yeah.
Did you like that? Should we
Never-
continue a bit more?
Don't remember seeing it at all.
Let's just see if I can defeat this guy. There is a sequel to this, but it only made it to the Neo Geo CD, apparently.
Yeah, which is the home. I could see this as maybe a bit more geared to the home audience.
Yeah. It's not the sort of game you would think would do well in an arcade.
No, people might be
It is
put
more
off.
of a console game.
Yeah, yeah,
But that's what I like about it.
yeah. Just very different for the Neo Geo, isn't it? You know, from
It
that,
is.
like you said earlier. You know, there's so many different types of games. It's not all fighters. It's not all Metal Slug.
No.
It's not till you get into the collecting, as you are, that you realise just how much variety there is.
Right, let's have a little break and a little sit down.
Sit down. What's with all the purple crowns in the chat? Oh, I don't know. That must be.
Purple crowns? What do you mean?
Didn't see them actually, but I wasn't looking at the chat. Better get the light back on. I'll let you do that, Alex.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good game. That it's interesting.
Bit different, isn't it?
Do you find that you buy some things on the Neo Geo just a bit speculatively? You know, you just like you see them
I'm going
coming
for a
up.
full set, Ed.
Oh, are you? So
I'm going
just,
for a full
so
set.
so you've got your list, and as
Yeah.
they come up,
Yeah.
you're just picking up stuff as long as it's not ridiculous money. And you haven't come across too many duds yet, or?
I had one cart that I picked up. It was that one actually. It was Cross Swords. Did not work.
Oh.
And I tried it on my one slot on that telly. Could not get it to work.
Right.
I got the Brasso out.
Yeah.
Cleaned the edge connector.
Yeah.
And stupidly put the Brasso here and forgot it was on the floor.
Oh.
And kicked it over.
Yeah.
I had Brasso all over the floor.
Oh God. Well, you've managed to get rid of it's not stains.
But it was the smell. The smell just lasted about a week in it.
Isn't it on a? It's like on a cloth, isn't it? It's like an impregnated.
Yeah, it never stained
cloth.
it though. You wouldn't know, would you? It's down there actually.
Can't
Look.
see any stains anywhere.
There.
No. Yeah, that was
But
from the
it's
cream.
definitely Brasso.
Yeah. You've done well to get rid of the smell. But no, I meant duds as in games on the collection that you've. I know you haven't played them all yet, have you? Because I'm trying to talk you into giving Mr. Do a little look later.
Yeah.
Maybe if we
Should we show the guys the Neo Geo collection? Which would be good to see.
I'll move out where you can do a little tour.
Yeah,
of that.
that'd be good, mate.
Hopefully he's going to pour us a rum and coke in a minute. But
yeah, we need to top up our drinks, don't we? So this is my Neo Geo collection. I think the last time I did a video I had about 72 games. I think it's now gone up to about 85.
Wow.
So
what's the total?
I think it's 160.
Is it? Okay.
For a complete collection. I've got a lot of the big hitters. I haven't got many fighting games, funny enough, but I've got, you know, some good games in here that I haven't even done a video on yet. I mean, I haven't even touched the Metal Slugs yet. I haven't really played a lot of them in any real depth. The real surprise for me, actually, that I thought was really good was Viewpoint. I've really enjoyed playing that game. That's a really different shooter. It reminds me of Zaxxon.
Yeah. It's that sort of isometric.
Which was really hard back in the day, and this is quite hard as well, but I still enjoyed playing it. I can't get that far in it. Me and Scott played this. We love playing that. Prehistoric Isle, I really enjoy. I'm gonna do videos on all of these. I'll get round to it. Street Hoop is really good fun. 2-player. That's like NBA Jam.
Oh yeah.
For the Neo Geo.
Oh, we played that before, didn't we?
Did we?
Yeah, you weren't very good at it. I remember. I beat you. That was the only game I beat you at.
This is an odd one. So I've got Sonic Wings 3 and Aero Fighters 2. So Sonic Wings is the Japanese name for Aero Fighters. So I don't know why. Well, it's just what you get. It's just the luck of the draw, isn't it? Obviously, that's the Japanese version of 3. But really, I should get either the Japanese or the American versions.
Bit of love for Turf Masters.
But yeah, they're good shooters. NAM 75, early game. I mean, it's all right. It's quite difficult. Shock Troopers is good. League Bowling. Now, I haven't played this yet, but a lot of people are telling me it's one of their favourites on the Neo Geo.
Oh, we must give that a go then.
Yeah, League Bowling's supposed to be good. They're the sort of games that surprise you.
Yeah. Well, they're like the old bowling on the Wii. Do
On
you
the
remember?
Wii,
It was
exactly,
such good fun.
exactly.
It wasn't graphically,
Puzzle the Pond is supposed to be actually quite good. Mutation Nation. Oh, shit cover. Look at the cover for that. What the hell is Grange Hill on it? Grange Hill. What the hell was that?
Grange Hill without
I don't know, it just looks Grange Hill. It's just like sort of, you know that cartoon at the beginning of Grange
when
Hill?
you stick the sausage in from the side corner. That was the
It
state of
isn't
the
it
school
such
dinners.
shit that
Yeah, it is.
isn't
It's
it?
sort of like a weird.
It-
I don't know if it's
it
just
is.
Japanese sort of
I
style,
know.
but there's not a huge.
Yeah, I mean, I've got...
What was the horse racing game that you had?
Oh, that was Stakes Winner.
Stakes. Was that any good?
Yeah, I like Stakes Winner. It's a bit
That
different.
looked quite.
That's a good
I
one.
think you did that on a previous video, didn't you?
Stakes Winner. Yeah, a bit different.
Solomon's
I like
Key.
games that are a
Someone's
little
giving a
bit
shout
different.
out for Solomon's Key.
Solomon's Key. We've got Neo Mr. Do. Haven't played that yet. We've got the conversions here. So we've got Shinobi that's been now converted to the Neo Geo. Which is supposed to be... Well, it is good. I've played that. I love Shinobi.
But it's arcade perfect, isn't it? It's
Arcade
not enhanced in
perfect.
any
No,
way.
it's exactly the same.
Yeah.
What's the other one?
Golden Axe.
Golden Axe, which I'm not a fan of, to be honest. It's all right.
Yeah.
It's okay. My brother loves Golden Axe.
I
Well, he
liked-
played it on the Mega Drive.
Yeah, I
that
played
was
it on
his
the
game on the Mega Drive.
Master System. I enjoyed it.
Um,
And then, of course, the
yeah.
one you're sporting the T-shirt of.
Oh, this one. So yeah, that is Project Neon.
I think you've done a previous video on that as well.
Yeah,
haven't you?
they're making a new game.
Aye.
Yeah. Yeah, can't wait to
I'm
get that.
surprised after taking £500 off everyone for that.
No, it wasn't that much. It was 300 quid. Oh, got Xeno Crisis. That's rock hard.
Yeah.
On any system, it's fucking rock hard. It needs to be a twin stick shooter, Xeno Crisis. It's just too hard. I find it way too hard. I think if it was twin sticks, it'd be a lot easier. I think probably the best way to play Xeno Crisis is actually on the Switch.
Right.
Because you've got the analog sticks.
Yeah.
Yeah, a few sports games there. So yeah, and I've got a load down there that I'm not going to show you because that's for a pickups video. But I've got a stack down there. Can you see that, Ed?
I can't see them.
Don't show them.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. No.
there's a stack of Neo Geo games. Some of them actually have been given to me on loan, and the others I've bought. Right,
Cool.
let's move that camera back. Let's have a beer and then we'll play another game.
Sit down there and let you have a look at the comments as well.
Yeah, let's have a look at the comments. Skyway 73, evening all. What have I missed? You've missed a lot, dude.
Loads of Halloween themed games, but we are going to get to.
Missed a lot of chat. Right, what do you want to drink then? Should we have a bit of cream cake? Or was that a bit
No, that's
early?
a bit early, for goodness. Maybe we need a few more drinks before we have the cream cake and the whole can of cream. Shall we give a nod to tonight's sponsor?
What is
rum
it?
sponsor. What is it?
Red Leg.
Red Leg.
Red Leg.
Vanilla and ginger rum.
Are we on the rum now then?
I think we've run out of the beer.
Are we? Okay, so we're on the rum, guys. We're on Red Leg.
Oh no, there is one can left actually. If you want that first.
Well, yeah, there's not enough for both of us, is there? Unless you want to.
You have that. Right?
Actually, no. There's one. There's a bit here left. So fighting over London Pride, the best beer in England. It's London Pride. 100%.
Well,
Let's just open that door.
Brewed very close to where you're, isn't it?
Yep, Malt Lake,
Yeah.
River Thames.
That's it. I think you see it, don't you?
You don't see it in the pub that often now, though, do you?
No.
Which is a shame. They've got all these
Craft beers and
craft beers that go in and out of fashion like bloody. I don't know.
well, I just can't. A lot of them are like fruity, different flavoured beers and all that sort of thing, which actually is very popular in the US. When I've been to,
The trouble is, Ed, you go in a pub. They've got like 10 beers lined up. You have to taste them all, which I do. I won't buy a beer unless I've tasted it and I like it.
strategy.
And then you like it, you go in there a month later and it's gone.
Yeah, or gone off.
Or,
Yeah.
you know, and it's like,
Because
I've got to go through the whole process.
It doesn't always follow that you've had a beer in one pub, you go to the next, and it's the same. There is a little bit of housekeeping standards, isn't there?
Whereas London Pride, I like Bollingtons. Caffreys you don't see anymore. Do you remember that?
Caffreys.
Yeah. Caffreys. Caffreys.
Shampoo.
It's Irish.
Oh, Caffreys, wasn't it?
Caffreys,
Yeah,
yeah.
it was in it. It had that special can, like the Boddingtons, that sort of foamed up.
Had the widget in it.
Yeah, and John Smith's I think was in that as well.
I like John Smith.
Don't know whatever happened to that.
I
Don't
like
think
John Smith's.
haven't seen that for years. Yeah,
They've all gone, mate. Let's have a look at the comments.
it's
Let's have a look at the comments, see what everyone's up to. Steve's in the house. Steve Larkins, how you doing, mate? I sent you a message in the week, Steve. You never replied. What is the fucking point? Dave Repairs from Time Warp Arcades. He says the Time Warp awaits.
does it?
He does all the repairs. Evening, Dave. Good to see you, mate. Neo Geo was an expensive 80s thing, says Johnny Retro. Caffreys, yeah. Creamy beer.
Creamy beer, yeah.
Yeah. Retro Chef, the man of herbs and spices. Bloody hell, I've been able to comment. Saskia, Neo Geo 90s, Hobby Lodge. What's with the crown stuff then? What does that mean? Why is everyone putting crowns in?
You're the king. Something to do with
I'm the
that?
king, obviously.
Yeah. King of the arcades.
Solomon's Key.
No, that was from we didn't see that on the shelf, did we? Or did we?
Nick's in the house, Red 7. How you doing, Nick? Nightmare in the Dark. I don't have Nightmare in the Dark. I don't have it. I'm after it, mate. It's not a cheap Neo Geo game. But, dude, have I got some cool Neo Geo games coming? Oh, my God. I've got 10 new Neo Geo games. They haven't even been shipped yet. But I finally did the deal today. They're on their way. Speedbird says, let me know when you sell your dirty Donny UV prints. I ain't selling them, man. You can buy them. They're still available to buy as far
Has
as
he
I'm
done any
aware.
new ones, or are they?
No, I don't know. I do follow his channel. He does
Yeah.
some cool stuff, man.
I follow him, but I haven't seen anything beyond what you've got.
Steve Larkin says, play Ironclad. Right, okay. So, Ironclad. Right, so let me show you some of the games that have been loaned to me by my good friend Ollie, aka Alpha One. These are not games I've brought. So we've got
Ghost Lop.
Ghost Lop. Ghost Lop, that's a Halloween game.
Ghost Lop or
Ghost Lop.
Lop?
Here's a bit of a... This cracks me up. This is something that you'd find in sort of magazine, a sort of explicit top shelf magazine from the 80s.
What, in the woods that's been discarded? Oh, Bang Bang Busters. Yeah. Right.
Bang Bang Busters.
With accompanying VHS video that...
Yeah. And we have... Oh, no, not that one. Not that one. Oh my God, where is it?
Where are all the football ones? I know
Where's
you're
the
big into
Ironclad?
your football.
Oh, is your jumper on any games there? No.
Right.
Is there any games on the floor down there? Any carts?
Oh, yes, there
There's
are.
some
There are
Neo
two.
Geo carts down there.
Yeah.
Here we go.
There it is.
Cross Swords 2 and Ironclad. So I think Cross Swords
So they
2...
did a sequel of what you were just playing?
That's a sequel, but I only made it to the Neo Geo CD.
What, and that's been mounted onto a cart, is
It's
it?
so easy now, people just to ROM dump
I see.
them
Yeah.
onto original PCBs, I suppose. That's what
How
they
do
do.
they get enough memory? Because surely that what was on the CD was a lot more
I
memory.
don't think it's to do with that. I think it's more to do with they just... Maybe it was towards the end of the arcade Neo Geo's life.
It was
But
cheaper,
the Neo
probably.
Geo CD was ongoing.
Yeah.
And they released it there because the home market was more popular.
Well, think how much it cost them to make a CD versus one of those carts.
Exactly.
Big profit.
And then you got Ironclad. I don't know, what's the history with Ironclad, Larkins? Do you know? Is that a homebrew game? Is that a Neo Geo CD game? It's definitely not an original MVS game. Is it an original AES game? Let us know, guys. If that's what you want us to play, that's what we'll play.
So what are they doing then? They're getting old donor carts, are they? And then mounting the CD onto those donuts. So the games that there are lots of that people don't want, and then they're mounting it onto one of those old carts, overwriting the original ROMs. It's interesting. Yeah.
Well, the ports of Shinobi and
Golden Axe.
Golden Axe are on original PCBs. I think they've just dumped the ROM in there. Yeah,
Right.
I think. I'm not sure. Let us
Well,
know in the
people a
comments,
little
guys.
bit, yeah, technical thing.
Yeah, Nick says Red 7 Ironclad was a Neo Geo CD only.
Right. Yeah.
Um,
Well, like you say, as it got to the end of its life and the CD took over, it would have been more for the home market, wouldn't it? People-
yeah. Ghost slop is what you get when you think you came, but you didn't. I heard of Dan Busters, Cross Swords 2, Beans on Toes. That cracks me up.
It's very Tom Cruise Top Gun, whatever that. What's
It's a
that?
shmup.
What's that? The attract mode for? Oh, what's happening?
What's that?
I don't know.
That sounds like the Neo Geo. Fucking up. Buller, Ironclad was Neo Geo CD. Kizuna Encounter, the best by far. Don't know that one. What is that?
Never
Neo
heard of it.
Turfmaster CD, worth doing as it had an extra Scotland course.
Oh, did it?
Really?
I thought there was 4.
Really?
On the original, there's 4. Japan, Australia, Germany. It was around. What was the 4th one? I thought Scotland was on there.
Arcade Sunday, hell. What was that? What is Kizuna? Kizuna, what is it? Kizuna Encounter.
What's that? Neo Geo?
Yeah, do you know, I've heard of it. I'm sure I've seen it.
You haven't actually got it.
I don't think I've got it.
There were a few football games, weren't there? Goal, you've got up there.
Goal, yeah.
There was Neo Geo.
We the last game I think for the Neo Geo was Neo Geo Cup 98. Yeah, well, that can't be the last game. Maybe the last sports
but that was the
game.
last football game, probably.
Yeah,
because they
probably.
probably tied it in with a Euros or World Cup.
Arcade Sunday, good to see you, mate. Where are you from, Arcade Sunday? You from Sweden or somewhere? You've got a great channel, by the way. He uploads loads of arcade stuff.
Oh, cool.
South Africa. Oh, wow. I didn't know you were from South Africa. You know, for some reason, I thought you were from Scandinavia.
It's close by. One's in the northern hemisphere, one's a bit further down.
Kizuna Encounter is one of the last games in the Neo Geo catalogue, says Eric.
Okay.
82, 84.
Yeah.
Well, should I fire up then, guys? Should I
what about
fire up
Yeah,
Ironclad?
let's put Ironclad on. Let's have a look.
Okay, you have a look at the comments.
Yep.
I'll put the game on. So, here is my Neo Geo machine. So freaking cool. So what I'm going to have to do is turn it off. There we go. And what I love about this machine is it's front loading. So if I want to go into the dip settings, I turn it off. This is the 4-slot motherboard. I just go to dip switch 1, push that up, turn it back on again, and then it would go into the settings. And there I can fiddle with, I don't know, demo sound off, lives, difficulty. There's like a Japanese or American sort of. Some versions of the game have got blood in, some haven't, which you can alter in there as well, which is pretty cool.
What, even if they're the cart of that region, you can still switch.
You can still
on the
swap
dip.
it in there.
So
I have seen that
So the
for
code's,
some of the games.
The code's in there for the game then.
I could be wrong.
No,
So-
I think I've heard of that because I watched something, history of the Neo Geo the
So
other day.
yeah, so that's an SNK PCB. Obviously, you know, it was never released on the
No.
MVS, so they've just done a ROM swap.
Yeah.
They've just taken the EPROMs out
Reflashed them.
and reflashed them.
Yeah.
So that is an original SNK. So maybe a cheap PCB that's compatible with that
That's
game.
what I mean, like a donor. That they
Yeah,
could
so
have,
there's
you
probably
know,
only a certain amount of games that you can do that with that game, maybe.
Well, they'd need to be the same PCB and components, wouldn't they?
It just makes those common games probably eventually more harder to get. If more people are doing those conversions on those games, eventually the common games will become rare, I would imagine.
But how many variations were there of that PCB? Were there lots of variations of that then across the 175 games?
I don't know, Ed. I don't know, mate.
I would have thought it must have been all the same though, wouldn't it? Otherwise, how would it all have been compatible?
I'm not, I've only really just got into the Neo Geo. I'm still learning
Maybe
about
someone
it.
more expertise than you or I can answer that one.
So we're going to turn it on now.
But that's a massive improvement having that front load in there, because last time
Yeah.
we did a vid, basically what was in was in. You had to pull the whole machine out, even
Yeah.
to change the volume, didn't you? I think.
Yeah. Right.
Elliot Cole's got 2 rear access ones. I assume he means machines. Yeah. Right, let's see.
There we go.
Let's see what we've
Ironclad.
got. That's it. Looks interesting.
It does, doesn't it? Zoom you in there a bit. So I've never played this, guys.
2-player, is it? Or is it one after the other? This is 1 or 2-player start.
Might be a bit difficult. Well, we could try it.
Okay, no, you start.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll let me have a go after.
Oh, no, it's got a fault there, look.
Oh, yeah.
So I'll have to turn it on and off again.
Might just need a clean.
There's some lines down the cart. That does happen, as you well know, guys.
What did you do with the Lord's Veil that you had?
The other one,
Yeah.
sold it.
Yeah.
Why, do you fancy one, Ed?
I'm not that, but I like that. Well, we talked about this before, didn't we? That button layout for me is
It's just ridiculous.
is the
isn't it?
the one where it was. I was talking to my good friend Charlie earlier about this, who I think is on tonight. It had the sort of weird right angle. It was sort of 3 across the top, wasn't it, and 1
Yeah.
directly below button 1, which didn't work at all.
Yeah. Let's just dim the lights down a bit and let's see if we can
better.
get some.
Oh no, wrong game.
There we go.
It's right on the, that's it.
That's better,
right.
isn't it? Right,
Just
it's
needed a blow.
a blow. Right, what's that look like? That looks good.
3
doesn't it?
button. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
good.
okay, guys, so we're in. Keep an eye on the comments.
We've got some Spanish language
Oh,
here as
comments.
well.
Okay, so let's fire it up. Never played this before
What's
in my
all that
life.
the Spanish subtitles.
Looks like it.
Yeah.
Okay, so we can pick our ship. Bristol. Ragusa. Okay. Speed.
Fokker, Bristol.
Power. Okay, let's go with somewhere in the middle.
I think there's actual planes, aren't they? The Bristol and the Fokker.
Oh, that's cool. The fact that you can pick the path.
It's like
So it's got a lot
blockbusters.
of replay value, which is great.
Yeah.
I've heard of this game, but I've never played it or I've never seen any video footage of this game. So it looks like to me it's very similar to Prehistoric Isle in the fact that it's got these sort of pre-rendered graphics,
Oh yeah, yeah.
which would have been really impressive back in the day. Well, it's still impressive today. So we've just got fire.
Eric's saying the Spanish subtitles were bad translations, badly written.
Is that what the CD was like as well? Does the CD have a Spanish?
Or maybe the ROM's a
Oh,
Spanish
okay.
ROM and they've used that.
Well, you don't need it, do you, to play a shooter? But
Martin saying it's a good-looking game.
Yeah.
Yeah, although it's slightly weird in that the backgrounds look slightly detached from what's going on in the foreground. Do you find that or not? It's almost like they're pre-rendered. I don't know what it is.
trying to work out the gameplay, mate, at the moment. It's a bit. I don't know whether I've got a bomb or what. Oh, okay, so it's a little bit like R-Type, where you've got this kind of little module, this sphere, that you can shoot off, and you can pull it back to you.
Right.
Yeah, so it plays a little bit like R-Type there, I think. It's So far it's okay. It hasn't blown me away. We're going through a city. Yeah, I know what you mean. The art style in the background
doesn't quite match.
Looks a bit different, doesn't it?
Yeah. Sega Zombie said never had this game.
Never had it.
Looks great. Love the pre-rendered backgrounds.
Yeah.
Martin the Hobby Lodge, also a little odd scale. The ship is meant to be tiny. Yeah, that's true, Martin. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is sort of not really in proportion. I mean, it's in proportion with the enemies and what's going on screen, but the background. Yeah.
Could do with some different backgrounds. I think that's what we could do with. I think because what we're used to seeing is a lot of parallax scrolling.
Yeah, and it doesn't.
It's not parallax scrolling, is it? It's just like
it's just repeating
a roll of old cinema film.
Yeah, it is. That's exactly
repeating what it is. Because they haven't got enough money to give you the whole world, so they're just repeating it. Oh, here we go. Something a little bit different.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's a bit cooler.
The Russian Mute.
Okay.
Red 7 says, I think Ironclad was actually ROM dumped from a console. The sound couldn't fit on a cart. Right. What, so you're saying it wasn't, I think it was from the Wii. What, so this wasn't an original Neo Geo game? Is that what you're saying, Red 7? Oh, Eric C is in Spain. He's saying it's not a rare game. You see it often in the sale for NVS. Okay. Red 7 saying the ROM was used for the bootleg. I think the virtual console ROMs. Oh, okay.
There we go. We've done them. So far, it's not too difficult.
Maybe you need Eric in Spain to see if there's any games for sale out there in your collection you're looking for. Eric, are they good prices, the games there, compared to UK? Yeah, this level's a lot better than the first one, actually. There's a bit more going on.
Yeah. I'm just starting to get a hang of the weapon system in this now.
Oh no, he's saying the prices are more expensive in Spain. Forget that then.
Right, finally, done him. Oh, more trains. Is that it? Destroyed? Yeah, it's okay. I'm not blown away by it. I mean, just that really doesn't entice you to choose a level, does it? Look at that.
It feels like they've spent a lot of time on some elements and not others.
Does anyone know what year this came out? Was this towards the end of the Neo Geo's life? Because I think if it is, it should be a lot better than this. So far, I'm not that impressed by it. I think Z-Blade's better. It's quite easy. I'm not really being tested here. Into a tunnel. I just think the graphics are a little bit uninspired, aren't they?
For the backgrounds, I think.
Yeah, it's the backgrounds, isn't it? I think because there's no parallax scrolling or anything. Nothing going on in the background.
You can't notice it because you're concentrating on the action, but it's like a roll of film, a very short one going round and round. Well, not that dissimilar from the one you were just playing.
Yeah.
Where the enemies were good, but the backgrounds were almost a bit dark and not much going on.
It's okay, but yeah, I think I've had enough of that. It's okay. I will play through it.
I mean, you played all that You've got there on 1 credit, and you've still got half your energy, right?
Yeah, just a little bit uninspiring, I don't know. Oh, this is a little bit more going on here now. That's a bit better. Going down. But I'm waiting for something to happen and nothing's happening. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's all a bit oversized.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's give that one.
Thank you for the recommendation of that.
Yeah, cheers, Steve.
It's bloody loud as well, that. Right, back to there. I'll let you
Sit down and have a beer and a chat, and let's see who's in the comments.
turn that. Where are we?
Not enough ship progression. Prefer it when you're different upgrades, shot pattern changes, etc.
The Hobby
Yeah, I
Lodge,
agree, mate.
not enough ship progression. Yeah, well, he's right about that. It's not.
Yeah. I agree, Martin. It was an okay game, but nothing special. I think next,
You'd be giving that one back to Ollie then, will you?
I will get it.
Yeah.
I will get it because
Yeah.
it's not that expensive. I think it's about 40 quid.
Oh, is it?
That's it, guys. If you're thinking of getting into Neo Geo, and I've had this conversation with you, Martin, haven't I? It's not as expensive as you think.
Yeah. Well,
A lot of these conversions, like Shinobi, you can get as a conversion for like 40 quid.
Can you? Yeah.
It's not an expensive game. Same as Golden Axe. Puzzle Bobbles, a cheap game. All the Metal Slugs are, not all of them. The early ones are really cheap to get.
Yeah.
40 quid, 30 quid for a Metal Slug game on an original cart. Samurai Showdown's not expensive. There are some expensive games, don't get me wrong, but they're ones probably you're not that fussed about.
Yeah, some of them are huge games, aren't they? Look at those later ones, like. Well, no, actually, saying that, Metal Slug 3 is much bigger than Metal Slug 4. That's weird.
Yeah.
I think the bowling we should give a try. Should we?
You want to play a bit of Neo Geo bowling?
Well, as people have said, it's good fun. Where was it? Here.
League bowling.
League bowling.
Let's pour some rum and coke. Are we ready for the cream yet?
No, it's still too early for the cream.
You planning on going all night to the morning, early morning?
Yeah. With the cream. Yes, again, someone didn't spend hours on that cover, did they? It reminds me of Cool Spot. Remember the
some of the covers are really
7-Up character, wasn't it?
For a Neo Geo, but I kind of like. So like a lot of the electrical artwork is really naff, but it's got a certain charm about it.
Cool Spot was on the Super Nintendo, wasn't it?
Where's your glass, Dave?
Oh, there. Was that a Super Nintendo game, Cool Spot?
It was, yeah. I think it made it to the Amiga.
It was a 7-Up character. It was a sort of mascot, wasn't it?
Cool Spot, yeah.
Thing is, though, like you're saying with this, 175 games. I mean, and maybe that's not the most inspiring you'll ever play, but there aren't any that are absolute dud, real shit games. You think, God, that wasn't even worth 10 minutes of my time.
I think maybe one or two, but
they were all
in general, it's a good system. There's
the
some
quality control was
fantastic
quite
games.
good, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Maybe
Whereas
they had
the SNES has got
Yeah.
Super Famicom. I think there's like 1,600 games.
That's right. Yeah.
And probably 200 of them are worth playing. The
Right.
rest of them aren't.
Yeah.
But that's 200 fantastic games that were playing. Same with the Mega Drive's the same.
Well, there were so many of them at that time, and they were such popular machines, weren't they? In Japan, in the US, and just.
I think every system has got a good game. Even the Jaguar has got a good game on it.
Tempest, wasn't it?
Tempest.
Yeah, that was well known.
Yeah. Let's turn it off a minute, guys.
Ready
That's
for bowling.
Ironclad. We'll turn it back on in a bit.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true, and I think that there were and machines were known for sort of certain, you know, groundbreaking technological advances, like the Mode 7 on the Super Famicom.
Yeah.
That was all new, wasn't it? And I think, you know, the Mega Drive was very well known for sports games and.
Alien vs Predator was good on the Jag. Yeah. Xenomorph, was it Xenomorph on the Jag?
I never had
Were
one.
you going over that landscape? That was pretty cool.
I've never really played many of the game. I just remember Tempest on it.
Cool Spots. Scott says Cool Spot was on every platform.
Was it?
I think it was.
Yeah.
It wasn't a great game. To be honest with you.
I wouldn't put that in the 200 top games.
Scott says MVS cart prices have increased over the last couple of years. I wouldn't know, Scott. It's weird because I picked up that haul of Neo Geo carts a couple of years ago now, maybe 3 years ago, and I haven't really been following the prices. I got that lot, and I never got another game since. And then only till recently, until I've got this cab set up here, that I decided I'm going to go for a full set.
I think the nice thing with
There are some Facebook groups that are really worth getting on if you are thinking of going to collect for Neo Geo. I can't remember what they're called, but that's where I've picked up a lot of my games recently on Facebook.
Have you?
Yeah.
And of course, a lot of what you've picked up are loose carts, right? So, and you've done
Loose
those nice
carts,
boxes.
exactly.
And that's something that you can't do so much with things like the Super Famicom, where it's a cardboard box. I mean, I know there are reprints.
I think
and
you
stuff.
can. I think there are people that do make repro boxes.
Yeah, no, there are,
Actually,
but
they look alright. Someone does them for NES games.
I don't think they're as good as those, though, especially on a shelf, you know, like that. I mean,
They look so cool.
you measured
don't
those
they?
shelves well when you made them, with no intention.
Well,
for
no,
that.
that's a lie actually,
you've
because I've
adjusted-
shifted them up and down so many times. As my collection's changed, they've gone up and down, and they probably might have to change again. If I'm going for a full set, I might have to drop that third shelf down to make room for the next row.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, Cybermorph. Scott says that was it. Cybermorph. For the Jaguar. Don't remember that?
It wasn't a system. I don't remember anyone that had one. I just remember the big advertising was that it was 64-bit, wasn't it? And that was sort of, and it was a flop, obviously, but it was CD only, wasn't it? There was no carts or anything for it.
And that's the trouble today. Do
And the
you
controller
think at
wasn't
the
very
time
good.
when the Jaguar came out, how many systems were there available to buy? Because I always thought it was a bit of a weird time. You had the 3DO, didn't you? You had the Was that the same time as the Jaguar? The 3DO?
I think, and the Philips CDI, that was also
Yeah.
an oddity. That there was a lot of overlapping. There's a lot of companies jumping on the bandwagon, like let's make a console and let's wow people. Like the CDI was the whole photorealistic. You know, you
Yeah.
can play a golf game and it's photorealistic. Well,
Right.
of course, you look at it now and it's
But
terrible.
But the
at
game
time,
wasn't any good.
The game wasn't any. Well, it was slow, wasn't it? It was a terrible latency because it was playing them off CDI. But they all had a sort of, or they thought they had a niche.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of overlapping. Like now, you've just got, you know, really the powerhouses of Sony and Xbox, but you know, and then Nintendo's a bit of an outlier. But
Well, you say that though. You've got the Evercade. You've
True,
got
yeah,
you've
but
got you've got companies that are making systems. I
Mm.
don't know what else. Probably you guys in the comments can let me know. But all I can think of off the top of my head, you've got the Switch.
yeah,
You've got the PS5, which I've got.
yeah,
I wouldn't bother with an Xbox.
we've
So
got
you've got
one
the
or the
three
other.
main ones, and then you've got these kind of little niche companies like the Evercade. I'm sure there's others out there, isn't there?
But the
What was
Evercade,
that little square thing, the Omni? Or the little square console thing? Came out about 5-6 years ago. Omni or something,
Yeah.
Omni? Can't remember.
no. But the Evercade is basically bringing old games to a new
Yeah.
format. It's not. There's no software houses aren't developing games specifically for the new games for the Evercade, are they? it's old games that are
Well,
playing.
you could argue that. You could argue that Atari,
Yes.
it's not the same company as it was, but
No.
they now have bought the rights for Stern. They are releasing their games onto the Evercade,
Okay, that's a bit true.
and they're not. They haven't released that certain carts on the Switch. I don't think.
And I suppose if you think of the new Switch 2, it's only new iterations of what's already like if you play Zelda, it's an upgraded Zelda. It's not a new game as such. So maybe there's a bit of that to it.
Yeah. The Cybermorph was a packing game with a Jaguar, which is why you usually find it cart only. Right, okay.
Right, yeah.
Sega Zombie says, I miss the 90s and all the buzz of the new consoles.
Yeah. Well, also you could import them, and you could get consoles, like the Super Famicom, Nintendo 64. All of those came out in other Japan, in the US, often up to a year before they did here, didn't they? So there was that import buzz. If you were prepared to spend the money, you could get things quite in advance of everyone else. Whereas now, well, it's all same time, isn't it?
Steve, Addy Sneaker Freak says, the mags in the early 90s had the new console brand every month.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was exciting times. What sort of magazines did you buy, guys, back in the day? Did you ever buy Edge?
Yeah. Still going.
It was all right.
A bit highbrow, wasn't it?
Yeah, it got a bit fucking...
I think it's one of the few remaining magazines.
Is it still going?
Yeah.
Really?
I've seen it. It's a lot thinner and it's a lot more expensive, but it was always had a slightly different angle, and as a result, it always seemed slightly more credible, their reviews. I don't know if they ever were.
Yeah.
But it was Future Publishing, wasn't
Yeah.
it? So there were lots of other like more mass market magazines, but it always felt like a magazine. I had the whole collection up until
Yeah, I did.
I think I ditched them all in the end, but it sort of had a bit more insider interviews and things with game houses, producers.
Yeah.
It went a bit more under the
It
surface.
was cutting edge, but also it did a bit of retro as well, didn't it?
Little bit.
It was all right. It was more cutting edge though, wasn't it?
It was.
And it had the little Japanese section at the beginning as well. What was coming out of Japan?
It was more about as much about the industry and developing as it was the actual games themselves. And parts of it didn't interest me as much as others. I was more interested in.
Do you know what? I don't buy any magazines today. I do miss going to WH Smith and have a quick browse just to see what the latest games are. I don't know if you guys ever did that. But now we've got YouTube. YouTube is the way to see what the game is like.
It's
instantaneous. It's instantaneous. New trailers coming out for a game, and then straight away, whoever's got the game does a demo, run through, walkthrough of it.
We'll take
what do you need a magazine for? It's there, isn't it?
We'll take the Switch 2.
Yeah, look, Addy Sneaker. Can I just? Yeah. Addy Sneaker says the Onya.
Onya, that was it. Yeah.
The Onya, that was it. It
Not
flopped.
Enya,
My
Onya,
mate Steve Vic had it. What did that do?
Was it a Kickstarter or something like that?
What did the Onya do? What games did it have on it? My mate had it, and I thought it was just like a box, wasn't it? A little square box. I'm sure it was. Like the size of a Rubik's Cube or something. It was really weird.
It was very different.
Sorry, what was you saying, mate?
Well, no, just that. I can't remember now. It's important.
Sega Zombie, who runs the Retro Realm shop in Ipswich.
Yeah,
do you know him?
He's knowledgeable. Yeah, he's done.
He gets all the magazines coming in.
Yeah,
and I can imagine when you've got no customers, you're just sitting there browsing through. That's what I would do.
Yeah,
just browsing through them.
But what I used to get some of the American magazines like EGM, because that gave you that was exciting because there was no internet to discover what was coming.
Yeah.
So you got these magazines like EGM, which gave you what was coming out in the US, and often that could have been 6 or even 9 months before the UK release. So it gave you an insight, and then because the import carts were expensive, you know, you were paying 40 quid in the UK, but you would buy an import was almost double that.
Yeah.
You'd easily be paying 70 quid, wouldn't you?
I've always bought magazines, guys. So my first magazines I bought were Micro Power.
Yeah.
Which I think was mainly BBC Micro, wasn't it?
Yes.
Crash,
Yeah.
which I have a few of, not many.
Yeah.
But my favourite of all has to be Super Play.
Oh
Because
yeah.
that was the first magazine that I got to see anime, manga stuff.
Yeah.
And Japanese influences. And you could see they had adverts in there for Neo Geo games, Mega Drive games, SNES games. There was adverts in there, people selling their games. You could ring them up.
Yeah.
They had the phone numbers in there. People selling their collections.
That's right. Yeah.
It was a super cool magazine. I've got the complete Super Play collection.
Have you?
I have. It's down there.
Oh yeah, I saw that earlier.
Down
actually.
there.
Yeah.
I got rid of all my retro games. I had a complete retro gamer collection up until about 5 years ago, and it was massive. I mean, it would have reached the ceiling twice over. It was so big, and it took me ages to get rid of it because every time I went up in the loft, I'd go, right, I'm going to get rid of my retro games.
Yeah.
This is a fucking fire hazard, having all these
That's right.
magazines up here. And every time I went up there and started looking through, I was like, oh my God, I can't get rid of this.
I know.
Oh, I remember that. Oh, that game. Oh, this is a great article.
Well, also,
And they stayed up there for about 20 years. And eventually, I got rid of them. It was really difficult. No one fucking wanted it. I ended up just giving them most of them away. Some bloke came around in his car, paid 50 quid for the whole lot, loaded his whole car up with Retro Gamer.
but I think this
It
is
was a sad moment.
this is the same. There's something about a magazine because you browse a magazine. Bit like, take a different example of DVDs. You'd go to Blockbuster or the video store, and you'd browse the new movies. You'd pick up the box. You'd look at the back. You'd read the blurb, and then you'd take one away, wouldn't you? Whereas now, you haven't got that anymore. You have to be recommended something by someone to go and find it because there's so much streamed and there's so much stuff. And I miss that picking up the box. The same with the magazine, flicking through.
Yeah.
And okay, it was one person's view, and sometimes the magazines were a bit, who was advertising with them and stuff like that. Same with hi-fi gear and all that sort of stuff. But there was something nice about going through it, and it was exciting to
100%.
discover once a month what was coming out.
Well, it was Retro Gamer that really got me back into this as a hobby. Because I remember it must have been, I got the first Retro Gamer. I remember buying it, #1 issue. I got it. I remember seeing it in WH Smith.
I bought it as well.
Flicking through it and go, oh my God, it had a disc with it.
Yeah.
The first 10 issues of Retro Gamer had a disc.
Yeah.
Not that I loaded any of them up because I didn't have a PC at the time.
Yeah.
But I just found it fascinating. There was articles and Archie McLean was in there and he was restoring his cabs.
Yeah.
There was fantastic arcade articles, which I thought was super cool. That all sort of disappeared after a while.
Yeah, that's a shame.
And it became,
isn't it?
I know it was kind of like more British sort of Spectrum orientated. It was okay, but I did like the arcade stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. They blended it well.
And then
didn't
I think it disappeared for a few months, and then it came back again.
they?
Completely new look to it. Obviously changed hands or whatever, new company, and it just took off.
Yeah, I think they changed publisher or something.
Publisher,
didn't it?
yeah. And it was they got rid of the discs.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was a good mag. I bought it for a while, but it just after a while, I don't know, maybe 10 years, it was kind of rinse and repeat.
Yeah.
And I wasn't reading it anymore.
But getting stuff on the cover, there was a few mags that would occasionally do that. Because I remember having the Outrun. I loved the soundtrack of Outrun. I remember one magazine with it was a cassette with just the soundtrack of Outrun on it. You know, and it's like, where could you get that? I mean, obviously now you just quick search and you got it, haven't you? But back then, you couldn't really get it.
I've got a smile on my face because I'm just quickly glanced at some of the fucking comments here. Edge was the thinking man's mag.
Yeah.
The FHM of gaming mags, not the nuts.
Yeah.
You're thinking of Edging magazine. Zap.
Yeah, that was the
Zap.
Commodore 64 equivalent for Crash, wasn't it? Zap.
Martin says, if it didn't have a cover disc, I wasn't interested.
Yeah.
Amiga format and Amiga power for me.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't an Amiga person, but...
Addy Sneaker Freak, as an Amiga leg, Amiga Power was great. Good writing that was funny and quite honest reviews. God, Eric says you're not wrong about the full set, by the way, and the Mahjong seems to be track on eBay. Scott says I get loads of browsers in the retro realm, flicking through the retro mags. Mean Machines.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
That was a good one, wasn't it? My brother had loads in the airing cupboard. Like whenever if Dad didn't he was really stingy about putting his heating on, right? So all our clothes would go in the airing cupboard. And whenever we went in there, my brother Tom always put the Mean Machines in the airing cupboard. I don't know why. They were always in the airing cupboard. What the fuck would you put magazines in the airing cupboard?
That's a bit of an odd choice.
They were there. They were in there for years, like fucking 20 years.
Not all of them. There were some crap magazines as well, because some of them were like tied in specifically with the brands, weren't they? Like Nintendo Power. That was a bit
Paul
lame.
says, "Have you still got your Razzle annuals?"
Well, I wasn't going to mention those.
Do you know what?
I meant to bring them back for you.
I did have a look at Mayfair and Playboy magazines on eBay recently.
Did you? Yeah.
And they fucking go for a lot of money. A lot of money.
Nice clean copy. Yeah.
Yeah. I was a bit more of a Club International fan.
Phil Raymond's review bar. Yeah.
We got. Tetley says W.H. Smith was a magazine library back in the day. We all went in there. I went in there just to read the latest review, and if it was good, then I'd go on to buy it.
Yeah. You used to be able to buy the games in there as well, didn't you? I mean, I don't know when they pulled out of selling games, but it wasn't. Oh, it was a fair old time.
Dave says you need to do a trip to Stoke-on-Trent Arcade, Pixel Busters based on Blockbuster. Won't spoil
Where's that?
Stoke-on-Trent.
Oh. I thought that was in Milton Keynes, Pixel Bunker.
Computer and video games, did you buy that
Yeah,
one?
I used to like that. But that was a bit more all systems, wasn't it? It was a bit something for everybody, that was. Which I liked computer video games, CMVG, wasn't it?
Yeah. Right, blimey.
Games Master magazine, which was a tie-in with the TV show, wasn't it?
Games Master magazine, yeah.
Yeah. But there wasn't really, when you think how many magazines there were back in the day, there weren't many TV programs. Other Games Master, what else was there? TV shows about gaming. It wasn't really for the mass, or it was perceived not to be for the mass audience, was it? It seemed to be niche still, and yet...
Yeah, and it had its little slot in time, didn't it?
Yeah.
Where it was popular and then it just went off. I don't know why it was popular at that time.
Well, there was it. What else was there other than Games Master?
There wasn't.
I can't think of any other... There was another one.
We tuned into it, though, when it came on.
I used to like it.
It was like...
But it was more a muck around. Dominic Diamond, wasn't it? It was more him. And then
Dave
he left.
Perry.
Yeah.
But Dave Perry, who I do talk to now and again, he's got a tattoo shop down in Taunton.
And he fell out with him, didn't he? There was that episode when he did the speed run or something on Super Mario World.
Right, I think you should play a game now, Ed.
Should we do the...
Satan's Hollow?
Yeah, let's give that a go.
Yeah, Satan's Hollow. Ed's going to play Satan's Hollow. Have you ever played that before, guys? Let's have a look. Right.
As will become very soon apparent, I never have.
Right, you line yourself up. I'll set the camera up. Right. Right, I'll set it up, mate.
Yeah,
You're probably going to get lost in that menu, aren't you? Which you've just...
Have I messed it up already?
You've messed it up already, dude.
How did you find the bit kit? That's the bit kit
it
too?
comes from America, yeah. Oh, how do we get out of there? What have you done? There we go. There we go, Satan's Hollow. Right, let's move the camera up. Actually, I could probably... Hang on, mate. Wait a second.
Any tips? Oh, I'll tell you, one of them might be to put my glasses on. That could be it.
Any tips?
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got to build a bridge across. You've got to shoot shit, but also you've got. I might take. I'm going to go freehand. It's a lot easier. I'm all tangled up. Hang on, guys. Sorry, I'm just tangled up with the wires. You've never played this game before?
No.
Really?
No.
You never played Saint Hollow?
I might have played it at Arcade
Oh,
Club.
the cabinet is super cool. It's one of those arcade cabinets that looks absolutely awesome.
Well, I saw it when we went to when we did that that last video where you're, with the guy with all the fruit machines and stuff, because he had one, didn't he?
Press start. And it's early. I would say it's early 1981 or something like that. So it's basically, I don't know, Galaxian. But you've got to build a bridge. So you pick up, see the left-hand corner, there's a little bit of like a... You pick that up and then you move it to the right and drop it there.
Oh, okay.
And you've got to keep doing that. Build your bridge.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you get the devil. The devil will appear.
But it is Halloween.
Just keep getting the bridge across, that's it. Keep doing that. And again, there's the devil. Look at the devil.
Yeah.
Yeah, you done him. You done him. Keep doing the bridge. That's it, mate. You've got a shield as well, a bit like Phoenix.
Yeah, the sound effects are a bit like Phoenix. Do I cut
So keep doing the bridge, move it to the right. And again, you've got the devil.
Got him again.
Got him. Wow, you're pretty good at this, dude. It's quite a good game, I like it.
It's quite good, yeah.
Yeah. I never saw it back in the day, I have to admit. Yeah, Tetley is a really cool game. This is why you need an arcade setup, Tetley, to play games like this. Satan's Hollow.
Well, he didn't last long.
No, I don't know what film it was in. Let us know, Dave. I do not know.
Do you know what I mean about the Phoenix sound effects?
Yes.
It's like when the sort of eagle things come across.
That's it. Build that bridge up. You've done it. So you're on to the next level. Awesome.
Good sound effects.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah. I've got him.
You're pretty good at this. Oh, nicely done. The shield. How many shields? Oh, you've got 15 shields, it says at the bottom there.
15? Oh, I see. So, what's that, seconds that I can use it for?
Probably. I don't remember this game back in the day. I never saw it. I only knew about this game fairly recently in the last 10 years. But yeah, it's cool, isn't it?
It's good, that.
It's cool. Right, I am going to play a bit of Ghosts and Goblins, dude.
Yeah.
Bad Influence was the UK computer show that don't forget.
That's good.
Oh yeah, I remember
just
that.
take a photo
the
of that.
computer program.
What was that?
Bad Influence.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there were one or two.
Right, bit of Ghosts and Goblins, guys. One of my favourite games of all time. I love this game. I really, really do. I think it's so good. I know you're going to say, oh, it's too hard. I can't do it. Well, you're not trying hard enough. You're not. You're really not. Because you need to put the time into it to get really good at this game. Right, let's just come out of this game because this would make too much noise otherwise.
DJR Pinball, soon be the UK VAT.
Huh?
DJ Pinball says it will soon be the UK VAT meet.
It will indeed. Couple of weeks'
We have
time.
given a shout out to that, but yeah, we're all looking forward to that. This is a memory game, though, isn't it, Alex? This is all about
to a certain point. To a certain point. So about level 3.
Tetley's been playing this Becky the last few nights.
Oh my God, how can you play this on a Spectrum, Lee?
Oh, Satan's Hollow is in joysticks, 1993. Thank you, Dave Repairs, for the knowledge on that.
Oh, I love this game.
Good morning, all.
Right.
Have we been going that long? From Electric Adventures.
Oh, Tony, how you doing, Tony?
Yeah, it was a
He's
good port on
in
the Mega Drive.
Tasmania.
Oh, right, yeah.
That's why it's good morning for
Tony's
him.
saying the Specky port was great. Oh.
Really? Yeah, I think I've got it, Lee. I think I played it once, but it's the arcade version, dude, for me. This is one I played back in the day. Not the Spectrum one, but this one. It's the exact one.
Retro Rush giving you a shout. Don't get caught in the ghoulies.
Yeah, it is a bit of a memory game up until about stage 3, and then it gets really chaotic, which I like about this game. That's why I love this game so much. The fact that it's, well, what did I do there? Why did I go back?
I just remember this from back in the day, even with like putting in, I don't know, 50p, never getting further than the second level, and then later on watching you play it through. Tony's very good at this, isn't he? And
Yeah.
you know, it's like all these levels I've just never seen. Yeah, Flex Grimes, hello from down under. He's in Queensland.
Queensland?
Yeah,
Wow.
it's another Australian visitor.
There we go, we've done him. And we got the key. I've got the original PCB of this, and I love it.
What's this playing off of?
Oh, Mister.
Oh, is it?
But it's fucking identical, mate. It's
Right.
so identical. Right, this level, you just want to go straight to the top really quickly. Right across really quickly. Really quickly. Don't hang around. Oh, like I did there. And then we're off. I've lost my armour. I'm just legging it. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah, stage 4 is where I've got to. And do you know what? This is going to be my goal next year, is to finish this game. That's what I want to do. I really want to finish this game. I mean, I'm going to do it, because I've seen Tony do it. I've seen Tony loop it. So I can do it. I know I can do it. And he says I can do it. I'm nearly there. It's just a bit of practice and just playing it non-stop. Oh shit. I'm not making mistakes like that. Because I'm a little bit drunk. How many lives have I got left? 2 lives left. Oh my God.
A lot of people saying they're going to Time Warp in a few weeks.
Good.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see you guys. It's going to be awesome. Come on. Come this way. I hope they got this game
Retro
there.
Rush is asking if you've started on the rum and coke. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
of course I have.
Is it not enhancing your
Of course I have.
gameplay?
Just remembering how to do it. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Where am I going? This way. And then down, and then across. It's been a while.
Ataku Azra was asking what rum we've got. I think it was the
It's the world ROM, I think. And I don't know whether actually, good question.
No,
because-
which rum have you got?
Oh,
Not
which ROM? Oh, which ROM? Oh my
Yeah.
God.
I think it is a ginger and vanilla
Oh,
red claws or something.
come on, fuck off. Why won't he go away? Time's running out. Come on, move. That's it. Thank you.
Yes, if it's not hard enough, this game, you've got the timer, which is
I
not
know.
very generous.
It pushes you. We're here though. Can I get past this bit?
Well, that's what I found really annoying with that Tiger Road.
Ah, you idiot! Total douchebag. What the hell did I? Why did I jump back?
Jump and drop. That's a bit harsh.
Oh my god! So it's been a while, guys. I used to be able to get past this so easily back in the day. No. No! 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 Come on! It is a memory game. You forget. If you haven't played it for a while,
It's the
you
pattern.
forget.
It's knowing
Oh
the
my
pattern,
god.
but also where
What
to
the hell
go.
is happening? I've never done that before. God, it seems like they're taking more hits. Right, come on, move that way. You've got to go that way. That's it. Thank you very much. Goodbye. That's it. Right. Here we go. Should be able to do this easily. That's better. Oh my god. Come on. It's my last life. No! Oh my god. We're getting there slowly. Come on. Come on, we're nearly there. Can he do it? How much time we got? We've got enough time. Right, we're here. 2 trolls now. Right, we've got to just slowly ease up. So we only want one to appear on the screen at a time. Where are they? Come on. There he is. No. I've got both of them. No. No. I want to pull my eyeballs out of my socket.
That's a good effort. He's so disgusted, he's not even putting his name in.
No, it's a shit score, man. Right, let's sit down.
Yeah, but you don't. That's not for the score, is it? Because if you want the points, there's other ways
It's
of
been a
playing it.
while. It's been a while. I shall return to that game. I want you to pull my eyeballs out of my socket. Well, hang on. Let's move that down. Hang on, dude. Alright, give me the cameras. Let's have a look at the comments. How many in the house we've got? 57 in the house. I like. Oh, it's warm in here, isn't it?
It is bloody warm. I think it's
Let's open the
that
door up a
Satan's
bit.
Hollow high score that's warmed me up.
Let's open the door up a bit. Wow. Whew.
Yeah, I think for a lot of people, myself included, it's just I haven't got the patience to learn all the patterns on something like Ghosts and Goblins.
Really?
It's yeah. I just find it too hard. It's frustratingly hard. I just can't keep going through it like you probably can.
I think it's got enough variation in the game for me to keep coming back.
It is a nice.
I like it.
Yeah, but like I said, you know about the game of the month you had on the 10pence arcade. Tiger Road. You know.
Yeah.
That's a very slick, well-made game. It's not janky. You know, it's just hard, isn't it? Whereas that Tiger Road was very
You say that,
difficult.
but Ghosts and Goblins does have bugs in it.
Yeah, but this
And Tony knows all the bugs.
right.
There's bits in it where I think it's stage 5 where there's trolls above him.
Right.
He goes up, but he doesn't go up far enough. He drops back down again, and then they kind of get stuck in thin
How do
air.
you learn stuff like that? I mean, that's
Well,
just.
someout, right?
Oh, I see. He hasn't worked it out, but
But yeah, they get stuck.
yeah.
and you can
You draw them along.
you draw them along, and you can kill them, and it just makes
Yeah.
your life easier. And the
Right.
fact that if there's a certain point, if you stand under the
Yeah.
stalactites, you can rack up loads and loads of points, loads and loads of lives.
Well, there were games like that because I think on Double Dragon, on the really big guys that throw the rocks over their heads, if you stand in the bottom corner where there's any sort of hole in the ground, they'll come down and get and they just fall in the hole. There are, they weren't
Yeah.
probably play tested to death to the point
death.
there weren't some
No.
sort of chinks in the armour.
Right, let's have a look at the comments here. Oh my God. DJ Rouge is in the house. Tony, nice to see you, mate.
Nice to have such an international audience as well, isn't it?
Yeah,
Australia.
Lee, Tetley, going to the Time Warp. Good. Loads of people going to the Time Warp. I think we've got about 30 people coming, which is awesome as far as I know. Alan's in the house. Good to see you, Alan.
There's probably quite a few waiting to sort of decide nearer the time who's going. I think it'd be a good crowd, won't it? It's good.
Be a great crowd. It's going to be a great laugh. It's just about making new friends, having a laugh, playing some games. We're all friendly enough.
It's not a cliquey group because I remember going to the arcade club meet last year, and I didn't really know more than a couple of people, but everyone's so friendly, enthusiastic. So even if you don't know anyone, I'd really recommend book up and come down. And you don't have to be the life and soul of the party. You don't have to be drinking crazily or talking with great knowledge. Just about having fun, isn't it? And talking to other like-minded people.
100%, mate. Yeah. So it is 10 o'clock.
And
going
obviously
for 2 hours. Any questions, guys? You want to ask us? Any more games? We might play one more game tonight.
one more.
Yeah.
We've got to play the bowling.
The bowling. You want to play a bit of bowling, do you?
Bowling on, I think. Yeah, we need to have some sort of competition
Okay.
People like it when we're in.
You can pop over, Alan, whenever you want, mate. They've got tubing at the Time Warp Arcade.
Oh, have they?
Yeah.
Has it got the right monitor on it? Because we know someone that didn't had some problems with the monitor on the tubing.
No Super Sprint. Okay,
I
so
do like Super Sprint, yeah.
you want to play a bit of league bowling?
Yeah, where did I put it? Here it is. Featuring Cool Spot. What were the other Halloween features? Well, you couldn't find the Monster Bash, could you?
I haven't got Monster Bash.
Oh, Splatterhouse we were going to have a look at, weren't we?
Splatterhouse and league bowling.
Yeah.
Is that what you want to play?
Let's put on the...
So you weren't that impressed with Ironclad then?
Not particularly, no. I'm just going to go and put another pound in the meter a minute.
Yeah, well, what's your mics on? Right, let's turn the Neo Geo on. Maybe just put the dip switch on 1. And just fire it up. Let's put the new game in. Go, let's fire it up. Is it coming on? Okay, we're into the test settings. League bowling, there we go. You want to change, here you can change the demo sound, we want that off.
Why
Difficulty level 4, player set on, throw time 10 seconds. Is that enough time for you to throw?
I don't know, I've never played it before. That seems reasonable though, doesn't it?
Beer frame on. What the fuck's
Beer
that?
frame?
I don't know what that is. Okay. We're in. Right, exit and then dip switch 1 off. And that should come back on. Oh, we've got a Z80 error. Okay. What is that? Never had that before. Let's try again. That's a little bit better. We're in. Just need a bit of a blow on the cart. Let's just check the over top, cross swords.
You played
League bowling. There we go. We got it, dude. We have a bit of league bowling. Right, I'm going to let you play this for the first time. Come on.
Aren't we going to play together?
Well, let's just have a little tester. Let's see how it plays first,
Okay.
and then we'll maybe do a two-player game.
Regulation. Don't know what that is. Left-handed. Ball height. A to start.
It's not very loud, is it?
Oh dear. Oh. Oh dear. No, that's right. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not blowing me off my feet, the sound.
I would imagine. Let's just turn the volume up a minute, mate. It's not very loud, is it?
Oh my god. I completely missed.
Huh?
Completely missed. That's more like
No
it.
sound, is it?
No. It went
Sound
off.
just
Whatever you.
disappeared.
Yeah.
Did it? That's annoying. Okay, let me turn it on and off again then.
Yeah. Just suddenly went, didn't it?
This is all happening live in the arcade, guys. This is what
There's
happens.
absolutely no editing here. I think I got the gist of it though, so I think we're ready for the two-player.
Right, we've got volume back now.
The air raid siren going off now. What's that?
Yeah.
Something.
I'm
not
gonna
right with-
reset. I'm gonna reset that cart because
Yeah.
it either doesn't like me fiddling about with the volume, or we did have a Z80 issue, didn't we?
Yeah.
It could be the
What
cart.
is that? That's the main. That's the main.
Sorry, guys, if that went through your TV like a fucking. Right. Just leave it there a minute. Let's turn it back on again.
Yeah.
Seems to be losing sound. That's louder. Oh, doesn't that bring back so much nostalgia to you? Just hearing that Neo Geo intro. That's loud enough now, dude. Right,
That's it.
select game. There we go. Let's bowl, dude. Oh no, it's got issues still,
There's
isn't it?
definitely some issues
Yeah,
there.
there's something wrong with that cart. Oh, that's a shame.
Oh dear.
I'll probably need to give that a bit of a clean, mate,
Yeah,
I'm afraid.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll have to. What about try Mr. Do?
Mr. Do, we can play
So,
Mr.
yeah.
Do.
Have you got a You've got one down here and up there, haven't you? Or
Yeah, that's just a box up there. The cart is down there.
here?
Let's try Mr. Do. Let's turn that off. Bring out the cleaner, says Tony. Yeah. Do you know what, Tony? I had, what game was it? It was Cross Swords I was trying to get working.
Yeah.
And I tried and cleaned it so many times, could not get it working. In the end, I went over it. I didn't want to, but with that wet and dry paper.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. And it worked straight away.
It was sort of tarnished then, the contacts in some way, yeah.
I mean, what I've read, it's not recommended. You can take a slight film off it, but
yeah.
I could not get it working.
Well, it exposes it, doesn't it? Because
yeah.
presumably the contacts have got some sort of protection on them. I thought that WD-40 worked quite well. There's a specific contact cleaner I think they make in a silver can. He hasn't got
anything out of Ninja Combat yet. That's a shame. Right. Lord's Vale is sweet. Thank you, Tony. That is loud.
Yeah, there's something.
No, every Neo Geo game has a different intro. Not everyone, but they all have slightly different intros.
Do they?
They do, yeah.
How did you get on with that car one? The
top over top.
Top rate over top.
Yeah, it's great. Do you want to have a go on that?
We can do.
It's a good game, mate.
Is it?
Yeah,
okay, well, you set the time and I'll...
Go on, have a go. It's a fucking great game. I love it. This is a great game.
Is there a better car to go for? I'll go fucking honest.
What's that? Loud. Too loud.
It's like that time you played Initial D.
Come on, you can do it. Is that too loud, guys? Let us know. What do you think, Ed? Sound is fine. Cheers, Alan. I think this is a fantastic game.
I like these. I used to have Mini Miglia 2, I think it was. On the, just a... Oh, shit.
Come on, Jesus.
Hang on,
It's one you've got to learn the tracks
yeah. There's a lot going on as well, which have nothing to do with the tracks.
Just watch those arrows, dude. That's what you've got to watch, the arrows. And then time it. And just come off the accelerator.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Not like that.
I think you've been drinking too much.
And you can power slide, can't you?
Yeah. You want to have a quick look at the map, the top left-hand corner every now and again, but don't look at it too much because it'll throw you out.
Right.
Good graphics though, isn't it?
It's just fun.
I think it's a cool game.
Yeah, I like it. Well, it's of a time before the big sort of polygon races and not a scaler, is it? It's just a different type of racing game.
Yeah.
It's fun. Where I'm going there. Check out Humpy.
It's a driving game. It's a cool driving game. I love it.
But the different surfaces definitely, like the snow, super slippery as you'd expect.
No. You can choose a motorbike for this game as well.
Can you?
Yeah, there's motorbikes in it.
See that? The snow is nice.
Drift Out. I haven't played Neo Drift Out yet. Well, I have actually, but not on a real kart. You're enjoying this, Ed, I can tell.
Yeah.
Can you finish it though?
Well, I feel I must do because you did.
Oh, mate.
Oh no, 5, 4, oh, 3 seconds. What in the sea? I've blown it there. Look, I was just...
That's awesome.
It's a great game.
Did you like
Very
that?
good fun, yeah.
It's cool, isn't it?
Oh no, look, I was that far.
I know, that's how far I got.
Very good one, that, yeah. I like that.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
Very fast.
Now, I heard that Drift Out
what
is
that,
a better game, but apparently you can finish it really easily.
Oh, can you?
Yeah.
I suppose the only thing with it, you haven't got alternative routes, have you? Like, I suppose an outrun would be, you know, to extend it. But it's good that. What do we actually put on there to play there? Mr. Do, didn't we?
Mr. Do, yeah. Let me settle
and this is a more enhanced version of the original arcade,
one,
isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me get the cart out.
Yeah, I like that.
It's good, isn't it?
What's it like on a motorbike then?
Oh, it's all right. The bike's okay for sort of the straight roads. Like every car's different for different environments.
Yeah, because I noticed there's a, I mean that was a Peugeot 106 or something, which is the all-rounder, I suppose. There was a Ferrari.
Yeah.
A Jeep.
So league bowling needs a clean.
Yeah.
Oh, Neo Geo's in there. I didn't see that. It's already in there. Okay, let's turn it back on. Was that quite loud, wasn't it?
It was quite. Yeah, it was quite.
But the viewers thought it was okay.
How are we looking in the comments? Let's just have a look.
Right.
Kick-Off 2. Yeah, that was an Amiga game, wasn't it?
Oh, here we go. Neo Mr. Do. Right, do you want to film me doing this?
Yep.
I love Mr.
Bring
Do.
it in.
Such a great game.
Great soundtrack.
Cool. Right. It's all about the extras, isn't it?
It's quite different, isn't it?
Yes.
Much bigger characters.
Yeah. Didn't get any extra. It's one of those games you've got to learn every level.
Right.
the extra. Oh, I got hit. I think I'm supposed to... Cleared it. Round 2. What do you think, Ed?
I think it's very. I mean, the gameplay is the same, but the sprites are much bigger. It's really colourful, isn't it?
Oh, shit.
And there's, I mean, it's just a.
I think it's a fun game. It's got a lot of character. It's just a game you've got to spend a bit of time with to get really good at it.
It's unmistakably Mr. Do, just with very much a Neo Geo twist on it, hasn't it? Being...
Shit, I've done it. What are we on now? Stage 4. What do you think of this game, guys? Do you like it? Shit. There we go. I like it.
Yeah, it's good.
You want to have a go?
Yeah, why not? Oh, hang on, I continued that. I didn't want to do that.
Is this a game you played back in the day then, in the arcade, Mr. Do?
I definitely remember playing this. There were a lot of ports, weren't there, as well on their consoles and computers. Yeah. I remember on the BBC Micro, I think I had Repton, was it called?
Mr. Do on the BBC Micro, what was that called?
Repton.
No,
wasn't it?
Not Repton. It's on the tip of my tongue. I think there's a really good version of this actually on the Super Nintendo.
Okay.
I think the sound effects are really cool.
Yeah, when they get, it's sort of like a carnival.
Yeah, carnival feel to it. CD32 had a decent version of Cool Spot.
Is it me or is there a bit of a... There's something with this stick, it's slightly...
I did say to you, it's got a bit of drift.
Yeah, on the going down, isn't it?
Yeah. Well...
Good that, enjoyed that.
It was good.
Yeah.
Right, let's sit down and have a beer.
I think what's great with the Neo Geo is there's so much variety, isn't there?
Yeah, 100%.
It's probably slightly loud, that.
Slightly loud. All the games, you've got to have arcade games loud, haven't you?
Well, don't you remember going and you like go in and, like I said earlier, it was a sensory overlay, but they were all competing with each other, weren't they? There were track mode, sounds.
They were. Right, something's happened to the TVs in the background there. What's happened to those?
It's gone off.
Huh?
What you mean, the fact that it's...
Yeah, but even that one's gone off as well. What's happened to this? We haven't played any console games tonight.
Well, we did have one on there. We said we'd do that.
It looks like my Super Famicom.
No, it's gone into standby. Look, I think the TV's in standby. That orange light. Oh no.
No. That's over on my Famicom Twin there. I can hear it.
Yeah.
I can't see it. You can see. Look.
Yeah, that's weird.
Isn't it just?
It's like it's screen burn there.
Right, let's turn that off. Let's turn that on. Super Nintendo, the best console
of all time
ever made.
Yeah.
That's not coming on either, is it? That's weird.
That is weird. I don't remember that orange light being there, though. Was it?
Something's gone wrong there. What the hell's happened there? Something's failed. That SNES should come on, and it's not. Which is a bit weird, a bit worrying.
Oh, it was nice while it lasted, the new TV.
Can't be the telly, surely.
Oh no, there we are.
There we go.
Just needed switching off and on again.
Colour's a bit washed. SNES games. Good Halloween SNES game.
Well, Splatterhouse, we were going to... Well, that was...
Splatterhouse?
Yeah, that was on the arcade, though, was it? Although
It's not
it was
on the SNES.
Isn't it?
No. It's on the NES.
I thought it was. I thought it was the one that it didn't have the blood, and the Mega Drive one
you
did
have a flick through. You've got Ghoul Patrol.
Ghoul Patrol.
Zombie Ate My Neighbours.
I used to like that, yeah. What are we looking at? On the US versions?
I'll be back.
Yeah.
I need to take a break.
Right. Thomas the Tank Engine and Friend. Yeah. Zombie Ate My Neighbours. Where's that? Let's see. Actually, I don't want to play that. Splatterhouse. I'm sure there was Splatterhouse. Oh no, maybe not. Okay. God, this is what Alex was saying earlier. There's so many games on this system. You're right. There is no Splatterhouse. Alex, what was the game you just said? There was no
Patrol.
Ghoul Patrol.
I'm going to have a look at the comments. You've got your back to the audience, Ed.
Yeah, sorry about
That's
that.
really bad and really rude of you. Oh my God.
Ghoul Patrol, there we are, yeah, okay.
Check that one out. And then we're going to play a little bit of Blackbird.
Doesn't like this one. Oh no, there we are. Oh, it's LucasArts.
Let's turn the old... There we go. Let's have a look at the comments, see what people have been chatting about. How many people we've got in the house.
Ghoul Patrol, here we go.
Play
This is a bit like Zombie 8. Where's the other controller? Oh, here we are. Or are you not playing?
I'm going to read the comments,
Okay,
you play
yeah.
that. We've got 40 people. It's 10:30. Everyone's going to bed.
Or going out clubbing. Right, let's go.
Someone slap Al for that horrific SNES comment. You're not a fan of the SNES?
Well, it depends what you either continued with the computers, didn't you, with things like the Amiga and the Atari ST, or you'd progressed on to consoles, and you either had a Mega Drive or a Super Famicom. As my brother had the Mega Drive, I had the Super Famicom.
People change their favourite console every now and again. I guess, yeah, you have a favourite. No, I think, well, I guess, yeah, you're right. Neo Geo's probably my favourite at the moment, but SNES will always be my all-time favourite console, without a doubt. But yeah, we've played some great games tonight. Let's have a chat, Ed. About
I'm not even sure what I'm supposed to be doing on this. Yeah, I'll turn round. It's antisocial, that.
I think we need to eat some cake.
Oh, yeah, the cake and cream.
The obligatory cake moment. What have you got for us tonight, then?
Well, backed by popular demand, and with a bit of a heavy right-hander earlier, spilled out. But
You've got some
shoe buns.
2 Belgian chocolate shoe buns.
Yeah, and the cream, of course.
Don't you think there's enough cream on them already?
Possibly, but the audience like a bit of extra. We like a bit of extra cream.
Fuck. You're not going to get this all over my floor, are you?
Have you got the tarpaulin
No.
For the
Go on then, do the honours. There you go, guys. That's what it's all about. It
that's
wouldn't be
coming
an Hours Arcade without a cream cake. That'd do. Jesus Christ, that'd do. Fucking hell.
There we are.
Look at that.
Mr. Whippy on top of the
You
already.
go first.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah. Very nice. Do like a bit
good.
of
That is good.
shoe bum.
We need a carry on moment.
You got that?
Here we go. I've got me old carry on in the pocket.
Ding dong, carry on.
Ding dong, carry on.
Nah, don't make no loud. Nah, don't make no loud. Nah, don't make no loud. Nah, don't make no loud.
Where did you get that
Nah,
from?
don't make no loud. Nah, don't make no loud.
Far too much cream
That
in
is
there.
digitised speech at its
Nah,
finest.
don't make no loud. Nah, 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 don't make no loud.
Absolutely delicious. Nothing pagan about that, but
Nah, don't make no loud. Nah, don't make no loud.
have you not got your roll of? You not got your roll of kitchen roll?
Right, next time you come, can you bring some tissues with you?
Yeah.
I can't, I've got to go out and wash my hands. Fucking hell.
We'll just hold them outside the door.
I
It's
will
raining
do.
so hard.
Jesus Christ, it's a storm out
I hope
here.
everyone at home is
Oh
also
my God.
enjoying a creamy treat like we are tonight. Delicious,
Luckily
that,
I've got a
although a bit warm.
outside tap.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
very nice that. It's you could watch all the Twitch channels you want tonight, and you wouldn't see any sort of cream cake action like that. You certainly wouldn't have a voiceover
There's a
from
tap
Kenneth,
out there if you want to wash your hands.
Kenneth Williams.
Not touching my games consoles or collection with those dirty old hands.
joystick with a
Oh, Jesus.
creamy hands.
Oh. How are we all doing, guys?
Fucking hell.
The old cream cake. The audience demands extra cream.
Gosh. Never known.
Right.
Never known a night like it. Oops.
Have you got a drink, Ed? You have, yeah. Right.
Any last requests? For,
Any
I know
last
you're gonna
requests,
play-
guys? Because we are going to round this up very soon.
You were going to play Blackbird, weren't you?
No,
Sorry. Oh, you're not,
not
playing
now.
Blackbird? No.
No, we're going to round it up now. We've played enough games. We've had enough chat. It's been a good night,
Yeah,
actually.
very good. Yeah. Enjoyable.
It's fired me up to do some more videos because I've been
Well,
kind
you
of
should
like...
do, mate, because they're very good, and I think people enjoy watching what you do. As people said earlier, you've got a great games room here, great setup,
Yeah.
and I think you know, a lot of passion for the hobby. And well, going back to Time Warp, hopefully there'll be a lot of people coming
Yeah.
along for that. That'd be
Yeah.
nice to see people. And
I guess sometimes I get a little bit kind of... not so much with the console games because it's a thing of its own. It's its own kind of entity. But the arcade hobby can sometimes get... At the moment, I think it's in a lull.
but I think that's because
And it wasn't like 5 years ago. Everyone was into it. Everyone was like really enthusiastic about it. There's still people out there that are,
Yeah, but I think
and I guess I'm in that low as well. I've kind of felt in a bit of a low for a while.
But I think there's a reason for that. Not for you, but I think in general, I think that people are, without getting sort of doom and gloom about it, but you know, the economy's not great at the moment. People haven't got a lot of money. They're
Yeah.
spending money on what are the priorities, and probably it's fair to say, maybe debatable with the audience tonight, but priorities aren't spending a couple of grand on an arcade cab.
Yeah.
And it's about keeping it fresh, isn't it? And like you said earlier about getting a pinball in here to just mix it up.
Yeah.
Why not? You know,
Yeah.
see how you get on. It might, you know, be something that you
Yeah.
find a passion for. I know a lot have.
Well, another thing is this like electricity bill. Like
Well,
fucking, I
all
used to
of it.
come in here and turn everything on.
Yeah.
And just enjoy the atmosphere of all the games in there are track
Yeah.
modes. And now it's like I'm frightened to turn shit on because I know
Yeah.
the electricity bill's gonna be crazy. 5 years ago,
And I think
it was half the price.
Yeah. And you're lucky enough to have a nice, well insulated room which has been properly kitted out. You know, if I think of my, you know, my little shed with a couple of machines in it, I've got a heater in there, but that doesn't come cheap.
And so,
having
what's
that on all
your
the
setup
time.
then? You got
Just mine, a bit more modern machine. Got candy cab.
Yeah.
And a yeah, I've got a Naomi chopped Naomi, and I've got a Vuelix Tato Vuelix. So mine.
nice. So you
mine-
can play modern
So I can
games
play
in a
modern-
horizontal.
Yeah, but on the Vuelix, I can play all the classics, although admittedly not as nicely as these because it's on a flat screen, and probably, yeah, it's. I don't know. I mean, it's good for
You've
know,
got everything you want.
I've got everything I want, but I would like to get. Every time I come over here and I see that Neo Geo cab, and I see all the different games, there's a lot of variety there. And I think you could, if you only had one machine on a desert island and collection of games, that would give
That'd
you
be
a
your
lot
one.
of variety. That would be the choice, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Because they
Well,
are.
I think if it boiled down to it, I could live with my two jammer cabs, horizontal, vertical, and the Neo Geo.
Yeah, yeah,
And I could, you know, if it came down to it, the dedicators would go. But, you know, I can't play Defender on a jammer cab.
yeah,
I can't play Rescue on a jammer cab.
yeah.
And those are two games that I have fond memories of playing back in the day. So they will never go. You know,
Yeah, I agree.
Tempest is the same. You notice that all my dedicateds here have got unique controls.
Yes, yeah,
So that experience that you've got on them is
yeah.
here. It's not
I
anywhere
suppose the
else.
only thing you're missing, not that there's many games for it, but twin stick rotary sticks. That there's a few games. You know, if you had that
Twin
cab,
stick rotary.
You know, like Ikari Warriors.
Yeah, not a fan of that game. I like
Okay.
Forgotten Worlds.
Yeah, that's another one.
That's a good game.
But
But that's about it.
yeah, there's not loads, and I suppose a driver.
Midnight Resistance.
But to have a stand up, you know, to have you remember when you had your Super Hang On in here? I mean, that was great, but you can only play Super Hang On it.
Yeah.
Can't- Well, actually, no, that's not true because it had the
It had other games on it.
couple
Hang
of others,
on.
didn't it? And that other, what was the other one? The
Had a couple of other Sega
Yeah.
scalers on it, didn't it?
yes. So that's. Would you ever fancy getting that back in or something like that?
Yeah, I do fancy a driver. I had the opportunity to buy a Monaco GP,
Oh yeah, you said about that.
1978, but I thought, you know what, I'm going to get bored of it. I love it. It's a cool game.
The cabinet's brilliant. but
Yeah,
the
and it's a
game
little
itself,
cabaret, but I thought, you know what, I will get bored
It's
of
a
it.
bit primitive, isn't it?
What I do fancy, if I was to have a driver, and I don't know if this really is a driver, but I'd like a Spy Hunter.
Yeah, yeah,
It's got the steering wheel.
yeah,
It's a hard game.
yeah.
It's got a lot of longevity there. It's a game I think, you know what, that would actually...
Great soundtrack.
It's great soundtrack.
And it,
Motherfucking cool arcade cabinet.
the graphics.
Of all
the
cabinets,
graphics,
it is cool.
Yeah, it's a bit James
It's James
Bond.
Bond.
Yeah,
It's got the
yeah,
girl. It's got the car.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's so cool. But it's a massive cabinet.
It is
And my
big.
only worry about Spy Hunter is it's unreliable.
And it's a sort of yoke. It's a weird. It's not a steering wheel full circle, is it? It's a sort of yoke style
So
steering wheel.
that's
isn't
my dilemma a friend of mine, the friend that's loaning me the food fight,
Yeah.
has offered to loan me Spy Hunter.
Has he? Yeah.
Now, what do? Because I can't have, I haven't got space for all of them.
No.
Do I have a pinball or do I have Spy Hunter in here?
Well, it's very generous that he's offering to loan you both.
It's a way to go, isn't it? Just borrow them.
Yeah, I mean, personally, I've got more nostalgia for Spy Hunter because I remember going off to Barry Island, playing the sit-down, version of that, the cockpit.
I was very tempted.
Well, it was not a cockpit; it was like a bench, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Sort of thing, the in between.
Sega Zombie says, I would love a Road Blasters cab. I don't. Did you see that one on
There was
VAC?
one for sale recently, wasn't there? I looked at that, thought of you, and thought, yeah, it's nice. But I think there's more. I think Spy Hunter is a more challenging game, and I think Road Blasters, because you can skip the levels. I don't know whether you'd play it out and then. I don't know
The
whether.
trouble is with Road Blasters, right, Scott, is it gets to a point where it gets the difficulty level ramps up really quickly around level 20.
Right.
And for what I've seen, because I do research my games a lot, is level 24 is hard as nails.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't get past it and they kind of level out. And that would kind of frustrate me if I got to that. It's a bit like Astro Blast. Astro Blast was the same.
Was it?
I loved the game. But when you get good at a game and you just level off every time at that point,
Yeah.
and you know you can't get any further, it's like,
Feels unfair, doesn't it?
it feels a bit unfair. Whereas Defender and all these other ones, you can always get a little bit further. Ghosts and Goblins, you can get that little bit further. If you spend that little bit more time, it's doable. But when everybody's leveling out at that point
Yeah.
and not getting any further, then you've got to think it's a lot of money to fork out on a game.
Yeah. Yeah, there
Do you know what I mean?
They're completely different games, Spy Hunter and Road Blasters, but there are some similarities in so much as they've both got great soundtracks.
Yeah.
It's got quite a booming. Road Blast's got quite a booming.
Cool game.
Yeah, it's a cool space age mix.
Oh, don't get me wrong, I love it.
Yeah,
It's
but
a cool
Spy
game.
Hunter, I think, because it's got the car into the boat,
Yeah.
it's a hard game and it's not.
But I've seen my mate Danny, play Spy Hunter at Arcade Club, and he must have been playing it for an hour.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
And it was
Yeah.
awesome. He had a crowd of about 10 people just watching
Does
him.
it change much as you get
Changes
into the
up, the music changes,
Does it? Yeah.
the landscape changes.
See,
And I just think, yeah, that actually is cool.
to master it, the challenge,
Yeah.
which I don't, as you say with Road Blasters, because it ramps up so dramatically, and it's almost like, I'm just going to give up on that. Whereas, yeah,
Spy Hunter would be a cool
yeah,
game.
I think it's.
So what do you think, guys? Spy Hunter or Pinball?
Well, or Food Fight, I suppose.
No, Food Fight's staying, man.
Yeah,
I'm
'cause you
gonna
haven't-
buy. I'm
well,
gonna buy that. The opportunity. He said I could buy that off him. I want to buy Food Fight. I love that cabinet and the game. It's super cool.
Yeah.
So then, when I bring Sky Skipper in, here, I've got space for one more game,
Yeah.
and it's either going to be a pinball or another arcade game. And a driver in here would make sense because I don't
I
have
think
one.
it gives it a bit more variety. Yeah.
I could get a Buggy Boy.
You had that before, didn't you?
I had a Speed Buggy,
So Speed Bug. Yeah.
which is the same game, but the cabinet is not as nice.
Yeah. And you could get.
What do you think of Buggy Boy? Is that a game you like?
I prefer this skate like Power Drift. I like. There's an upright Power Drift, isn't there? But they're big, quite big cabs, aren't they?
Yeah.
Is there a cabaret version? Is there a smaller
Of what?
Power Drift? There is an
Power
upright, isn't
Drift.
there?
I'm not so keen on that. Is
You
that
don't
the
like it?
sprite scaler?
Yeah. It's a
Yeah,
sort of,
no,
it's
not-
like a roller coaster.
Yeah, no, I don't like
You don't
it.
like it so much.
No.
There's a triple screen of it, which is
Any
quite
love
awesome.
for Power Drift out there, guys? I played it on the 3DS, funny enough. Played all right on the 3DS.
Yeah. It's a game in the arcade on the triple screen. It was quite a game to play. But I never found the uprights very easy to play anyway. The pedals being stood
Yeah.
on the pedals, I found much harder than actually a sit down cab playing a driver that way.
Super Hang-On is a fucking awesome game.
Yeah. Good
And
soundtrack.
I loved having that cabinet in here.
Yeah.
And, I could get something like... I mean, I love motorbikes. That is a game that I thoroughly enjoyed. And it's got a lot of replay value.
Yeah.
But, I feel like... I also feel like it's nice to change things up a lot.
Yeah, but
Try out new games.
You haven't had a driver. That not Buggy Boy. What did you say it was called? The one that you had. It was where Tempest is now. The one where you had to get the flags. The driver.
Speed Buggy.
Speed Buggy.
Yeah.
That was the last driver you had in here, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah, and that was.
That was I mean, it's exactly the same as Buggy Boy. It's the
Yeah.
American version, the
Yeah,
Data
yeah.
East version of Tatsumi's Buggy Boy. But why I got rid of it was the cab was horrendous. It was made of chipboard, and it was all rotten. And you only had to touch the side of the cabinet, and bits of wood would come off it. The whole bottom of it was rotten.
You didn't tell the guy that was buying it.
I lost so much money. It was the worst cabinet I ever bought.
It was a fun
The worst
game.
buy I ever bought.
Yeah, I don't think it's in any way in the same league as a Road Blasters or a Spy Hunter. I think if you're
not.
If you're going to bring in a driver, that's
the one.
That's the one, I think.
Okay.
One of those two.
What do you think, guys?
Yeah.
Let's have a look at the comments here. There is a Spy Hunter pinball game. I don't know what a Spy Hunter pinball game is like.
Good artwork because, of course,
Power Drift is a cool game, Scott says. Love Buggy Boy on the micros. Yeah, actually, Buggy Boy on the Spectrum was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Power Drift is upright, very unknown, but it can link with two cabs.
Oh, really?
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that. That's an early two-player then.
Super Off-Road would be a cool cab to own.
Yeah, big cabinet.
Is that a free-player one?
Yeah. Well, it's a 4, isn't it? 4 wheels,
4.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is that the same as the Ivan Iron Man Stewart?
Yeah.
That was good on the.
Do you know what? Do you know what I want, guys? I want to because I've got Food Fighting here, which I want to keep. But it's not a nostalgic game for me, but I love it. It's a game that I've fallen in love with recently. I want a game that I remember from back in the day that is super cool. Buggy Boy, I remember, but Spy Hunter,
Yeah.
Road Blasters.
Yeah.
I remember walking up to them and thinking, "This is cool." I want to even Tron. I know it's not a great game,
Well, your demo on it wasn't so great.
but Tron is such an awesome cabinet.
Yeah, but
And I know the game's not all that, but I fucking love the cabinet.
But then it comes down to, I was having this conversation earlier, are you into the collecting and the chase of finding that Grail cab that you want? That's, for some people, the big thing. Some people just love playing the games. Some people love restoring cabs. Some people love, the
chase
perfecting,
is not, it was, if you asked me that question 8 years ago, the chase was everything.
Yeah.
It's not anymore.
Not so much anymore?
No.
Really?
For me, it's about the game.
Do you think that's because you can...
Because I've had
there's
the
more
chase,
around?
I've done all that. I've done the Sky Skip, I've done the Sheriff. I've done the sort of really
You've had
obscure.
a
I don't
lot.
know if there's any more obscure ones
that's
I want to
true.
chase.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's all been done.
Right. Yeah.
What I want now is a game in here that I've got a lot of nostalgia for. It's got a lot of replay value and it looks super fucking cool. Because really, I'm at a point now where I don't really want to change much.
No.
I'm kind of a bit fed up with moving shit around all the time. I want to keep stuff a little bit more permanent in here. So I'm really particular about what I'm going to pick up.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course. And you want it to be, because most of the time, even though it's fun, hopefully coming over, having people in here, like you said,
Yeah.
the kids early and stuff, most of the time it's you in here, mate, and it's got to be what you are playing. And you've got great party machines. I mean, for example, I love the Golden Tee golf games as well as Turf Masters because they're great party games. But I had Virtua Golf. It's great fun with 4 players. We used to play it in the pub before we went clubbing, but on your own, it's it gets boring very quickly.
Exactly. You got to pick
so you need games that you're going to play.
You do.
On your own and there's a challenge to getting
Yeah.
to a point
Yeah.
and bettering it and optimizing it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because you had track and field for a long time as well, and then you
Track
looked
and
at
field, but I never
hypersports,
played it on
didn't-
my own.
No, again, it's a party.
It's a party
machine,
game.
isn't
And
it?
how many
Yeah.
people do I have around here? Not many.
Yeah,
But it's an
yeah,
iconic cab.
it is. Yeah,
It's a great game. And you know what? If one come up again and it was cheap, I'd buy it because it's an awesome game. I love
Yeah.
it.
well, that would be good. I'm sure they've got that at Time Warp, and
Yeah,
hopefully
yeah, definitely.
Hypersports.
Anyway, guys, let's just read some of the comments because we're gonna bow out soon. Scott, I think Spy Hunter, he says, would be a perfect fit for you, Al. Cruising World.
Bit modern for you, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a bit modern.
I like it. I think the cruising games are quite fun. but
Cruising
it's a
Blast
bit,
is awesome.
Yeah. Which was
Yeah.
the very last one they did. I was watching a video on
No, I
that. the
quite
other-
like the idea. I've gone to EAG and see some of the latest. I know they're a little bit tacky, but just having something but really modern in here, it wouldn't work. It wouldn't work.
They're all like iPhone games. Though,
They
these
are,
modern. When we
really,
went there
yeah.
and we played them, we both said graphically they're not even as good as you get in the home.
What about Capcom's Magic Sword? I love the dedicated cabinet. I wouldn't have a dedicated cabinet of it, but it's a great game.
Yeah, it is a good game.
Pole Position.
Yeah,
That's a good game.
It's a- yeah.
Twitch game.
Well,
I like Twitch games.
Your mate.
What's the music go? It's just iconic, that game. Isn't it? Pole Position.
Yeah, but
Yeah, Pole Position would be
Who is it
cool.
who's got about 10 of those in storage? The guy
Oh, Fraser.
Fraser, that's it.
There's a game room tour I need to do.
I
He's a
think.
grave digger.
I think if is he?
Yeah, he's got an actual coffin in his games room.
Oh.
Be super cool. Me creeping out
We
the
should have gone
coffin.
there for the Halloween special.
We should have done.
No, I think.
Virtual racing.
Yeah, but those are. I think if you're going to have any drive, if you can have a dedicated driver, you'd have Outrun 2. Because I think Outrun 2 is the epitome of it's still got the original playability, but it's got the modern graphics on it. I mean, I've got it on that Vuelix cab. I've got it on that on emulated on Technoparrot, I think it is, and it plays fantastic. But it's not playing on a wheel. You know, it's not the same. But it's still.
Isn't that a big cab?
It's it's big-ish. You
So
wouldn't
I've
have
never
it.
owned an Outrun.
No, but I think.
Quite like the idea of owning an
But
Outrun.
Outrun 2 has got a lot more, I
To it.
think, longevity. But it's more modern, and but I think it is like the epitome of it retains the original, but with a much more sort of up to date version.
Dave
of it.
says track and field is down. Well, get it up and running, Dave.
"Oh no,
We need track and field. He said frack and field. Track and field, Dave. You need to get that up and running for the meet.
or Hypersports, or better still, the one which has got the two connected."
Yeah.
You looked at that, didn't you? Where it
What?
alternates it's got the
Yeah.
board and it alternates
Yeah,
the events.
that's hard.
Is it?
It's good though.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. The driver, it would be good. Maybe someone out there generously can
Outrunners.
loan you another driver to try. But they're all big cabs, aren't they?
Yeah, I ain't got space for a sit down or anything like that. Well, I could do if I made
You could
space.
have a bench, like I know you wouldn't want Crazy Taxi.
See,
for
the problem
example.
I have is Sky Skipper is such a game that I don't play. I just never play it. It's in here. Well, it's
Yeah.
not in here at the moment. It's at the museum. But when it comes back here next week, I'll play it for a little bit and I won't play it again for months.
Yeah.
It's not a game I play, but it's got the whole history of me doing it and going to America and all of that. I can't get rid of it.
That
So-
needs to be either on a long-term loan to a museum, like the...
Well, it is, but I want it back.
no,
It's
not
kinda
that
like-
museum, perhaps,
yeah.
but, a museum.
Yeah. I might
some-
lend it out to a mate, but at the same point, I just think it probably needs to be in here, really, as a piece, a piece of history, just in the room.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, you
and
sort-
it's me. It's my channel, isn't it? It's what I'm all about. It's where I was 10 years ago, what I was doing. It has to be in here, but at the same time, I'm missing out on a much better game.
Basically, you need a second floor.
Yeah, and that ain't going to happen because you have to draw a line with your
Yeah, of
collection.
course you do. Yeah. And
Do
to
you
get-
draw a line with your collections, guys? Is there a limit where you go, right, this is my limit here. I've got a big enough collection as it is. This is where I'm drawing my line, because this is my line, this room. And to
Yeah.
most of you, this is probably quite a big
It
collection.
is, yeah.
But from what I've seen, there's loads of people with 10 times more.
But you
And
haven't got anything in the house, have you?
I haven't got.
It's
there's
a separation.
nothing gaming related in the house whatsoever.
which I
but
think
I'm
is-
lucky there.
Yeah, you are, but I'm just thinking of someone I knew that had an Outrun too, but he had it in his front living room, and then he had about 2 sheds and a garage
Yeah.
with machines, and that was just a buying, collecting more and more, and it was so fragmented. I think it's much better having what you've got here, because this is like a small arcade.
Yeah.
And you just got to make your choices, haven't you?
Yeah.
And that's what you've got far more than anyone will ever have. Don't forget that part is the arcade machine. You've got all you've got
Yeah.
the quarter arcades, all
We didn't even
those.
check the Vectrex out tonight. I had the Vectrex game, zombie game set up. We didn't even get to play that. Never mind, next time.
Yeah, well, we've done quite a lot tonight, mate.
Yeah.
And, it's been quite a while. It's been
It
nice
has.
to do it, hasn't it?
And guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. We had nearly 65 people watching tonight,
Yeah,
which is
thanks very much.
fantastic. I will definitely get back on the videos. It's been a while. I need to get back on it. I just appreciate you watching, tuning into the channel as always, and I look forward to seeing you at the Time Warp Arcade. That is it. Ed,
That's all,
cheers,
mate.
buddy.
See you later.
Cheers, guys. And I'll see you on the next one. Take care.
See you at Time Warp.
Over and out. Yeah, see you at Time Warp. How do I turn it off? I can't even turn the fucking thing off. Hang on. There's no button to turn. There we go. End.